Ringo TV Reactions, back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business. So, we're back again. This time what we're going to talk about is a video that New Breed did. We're going to share our thoughts about what's going on. Because in today's day, these women, they just don't get it. So we got to talk about it. Make Concubines Great Again is the title of this video. And I want to share my thoughts. I want to share my thoughts about this. This video is about 1 hour, about 1 hour and 10 minutes, I believe. His original stream is about 3 hours, but I'm only covering an hour and 11 minutes. Right? So let's dive into this because it's amazing. I'm convinced that there is no such thing as a woman that is in the truth in terms of a woman that actually follow God. They don't come to you like that. Women normally come to you messed up. In order for you to have a relationship with a woman, you're going to have to teach her. You're going to have to help her to grow. You're the one who make a woman become holy. Women don't come to you like that. Not in today's day. I'm talking about all women. So we're not going to play this little game of all women come to you messed up. And the only way as a man that you will have a woman that works with you, a woman that is adaptive to the vision that you have, she's attentive to your situation, she's teachable. That can only happen is if you're a righteous man connected to the Most High and you give her the proper education that she needs, because women are always talking about how educated they are, but they're not really educated in the things of the Most High. They're not. Guys, any woman you meet is going to have nothing but problems. There is no such thing as a good woman. Women don't become good when you meet them. Women become good because they encounter a good man, and that good man impart his lifestyle and how he move into that woman, and now she adapts. This is why when you look at the average woman in today's day, every time she get with a man that's wicked, she becomes wicked. She becomes just like that man. And then she meet another wicked man and she grow worse and worse and worse. And by the time she get to you, a good brother, she don't even want to deal with you because she's not accustomed to dealing with a good man. She don't know what to do, but she know how to adapt to a wicked man. It's no different than being on a 9-to-5. When you know your job and they transfer you to another location, a new supervisor, being that you know your job, it's very easy for you to adapt when you get into a new situation. Do you follow me? So the reason why women are so accustomed to dealing with the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the bad boys and the toxic relationships is because they've been in so many of them. They know their job title. But when they come in front of you, a righteous man that have standards, they can't deal with you because they don't know what to do. They need training. So this particular live stream that New Breed did, in my opinion, was a classic. It was a classic live stream because what it uncovered is the mindset of a woman, the mindset of women. And that's what I need you guys to pretty much pay attention to. We're going to be talking about a lot of different topics all in this live stream. So if you're a man, you better pull up a chair and grab a drink. If you're a woman, humble yourself, pay attention in class, and maybe one day you might find a man. Because right now you're not. I promise you. And all are welcome to participate in this class. So we're talking about concubines. We're talking about concubines. We're talking about wives. We're talking about relationships. Everybody is trying to get into a relationship. But is everybody really trying to do that? Are women that claim they rep the Most High trying to be in a relationship? Because I made a video about this on why chosen ones are not dating and marrying chosen ones. The video got no views. So what that tells me is that women that claim they rep the Most High don't want to be wives. They want to be in the streets. And guys, let me also make this very clear to you. When it comes to dating, when it comes to women, when it comes to wives, when it comes to concubines, you guys have to be very careful. Don't just get with a woman because she's pretty. Don't just get with a woman because she looked good. Listen to me very carefully because I'm the only one that talks about this. Listen to this very carefully. The runaway wife. Beware of the runaway wife. Beware of the runaway wife. The wife that's separated from her husband. And she's out there living a single lifestyle, meeting new men, being sexually active with these men. And you thinking that this somehow is the woman of your dreams, a woman that you just met that you can have a relationship with. And you think she's really single, but she's not. She never told you that she was previously married. She never told you that she separated from her husband. You thought it was a divorce. You thought that, she never had nobody. The runaway wife. So now what happens is, as a righteous man, when you get with this woman that you think is single, you end up getting involved with her sexually. And now she led you into sin because she's an adulteress, a harlot. Just as the Bible speaks of, she lured you in through deception. This is why women never like to talk about body count. This is why women never want to talk about their past. They don't want you guys to know where they came from. So as men, you're going to have to start to inquire about this. Now, again, it all depends on what kind of guy you are. If you're the kind of guy that follow the devil, if you're the kind of guy that don't believe in the Most High, you don't care, you just want to go pump and dump, then you're going to do what you want to do regardless because you're in sin every single day. I'm talking about the guys that want a long-term relationship with a woman or with women. You're going to have to inquire about where these women came from. Doesn't matter how fine she looked, guys. There's a lot of women that were once married, separated from their husband due to whatever reasons. They never really got a divorce. And she just went out there living a single life. And you see her online, you see her on Instagram, Facebook, you thinking, wow, this is a single sister. She didn't tell you about her past. And then when you get with her, now your relationship is built on adultery. Just like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's marriage is built on adultery. That's right. Adultery. And there's many other relationships in Hollywood that is built on adultery. So we don't want you brothers to go to hell over a woman that is a woman of the night. This is why a lot of times when you guys mess with certain women and you're trying to inquire about her past, she's never really telling you where she came from. Some of you guys, you might want to have children with a woman. She don't want to have no children with you. She's like, and it got to make you think like, wait a minute now. We getting it in, we're doing all these different things, but she don't want to have no children. You know why? Because she's still technically married to another man. And she don't want to be exposed. Be very careful of that woman, guys. We're going to have a lot of topics on that. Right? So now let's get to the tapes. As you come in, be sure to click the like button. Likes are for free. Right? We're going to break down this video from New Breed's channel. And it's going to be interesting. So let me set this thing up real quick. Turn this music off over here. Go over here and set this up, right? So, yeah. Let's start this video here, fam. Because this really... I was in the live chat during this video, posting a lot of comments. But there's so much I got to say, man. There's so much I got to say about this. You know.
He may enjoy certain things about his concubine.
Hold on.
More.
Hold on a second. Let me start it back from the beginning. Okay. Now, again, this is a 3-hour video, but I chopped it down to about 1 hour and 10 minutes because I want to hone in on the phone calls with the women so that we can see and understand exactly how women think. What we're talking about is concubines. What we're trying to focus on is making women understand that in today's day, when it comes to dating and relationships, the game is totally rigged and destroyed. You know what I mean? The game is rigged. The game is destroyed. And it's like people don't understand. You got to get in where you fit in. Some women are not meant to be wives based on their lifestyle, based on the way they live their life. These women claim they're independent. They got a career. They got a job. They don't got no time. They don't got no time to serve in the capacity of a wife. They can't fulfill all those duties, but they still need a companion. So under certain circumstances, a woman is more likely to be a concubine than a wife. The thing about this is, most of you ladies, when you hear the term concubine, you get offended as if though that's some sort of bad word. But most of you are out here being 304s. Most of you are out here being side pieces. You're being jump offs and sneaky links. You're all these different names. You don't got a problem with that. Some of you become baby mamas. You don't got a problem with that. But when someone identify you as a concubine, for some reason, you don't like the way that sound. When you're in these streets every single day, sharing your body and your box with every guy you get with. Make it make sense. Now, we have to understand a concubine is not a hoe. A concubine is not a cum bucket. A concubine is not a woman you go to so that you can smash when you want to and keep it pushing. That's not what a concubine is. When you study the scriptures and you understand the Bible, you recognize that Jacob had 4 women, which consist of 2 wives, 2 concubines. His concubines actually gave him more sons than his wives. Think about that. So when women protest against polygyny, that is a clear indicator that that woman don't follow the Most High. She's not in the truth. Guys, write it down. One of the key signs of knowing when a woman follow the Most High, the key sign, she embraces polygyny off the rip. She's not questioning you. She's not, oh, that's not for me. I'm not sharing no man. Once you see a woman doing all of that, she don't follow God. If you want to know if a woman in today's day Follow the Bible. You focus on what I just said. If she don't embrace polygyny, she don't serve God. Because what she's basically saying is that Jacob was wicked. What she's saying is Solomon, David was all wicked. All the men in the Bible that had multiple wives, she's ignoring it. She's ignoring the truth, picking and choosing what she wants. She don't follow God, guys. So if you get with her, you're going to have a bad relationship. Oh, yes, that's correct. Let me see. George says she can't be pro-life if she don't embrace polygyny. That's a fact. If a woman is not in support of polygyny, she's not in support of the Bible, because the Bible teaches you to be fruitful and multiply. You can't do that with one woman. You can't. You can't be fruitful and multiply with one woman. No. If you got 3 wives, 4 wives, oh yeah, you could be very fruitful, have a lot of children, build a lot of wealth. But see, today's modern women don't understand that. Now, guys, what you're going to learn throughout this entire breakdown of this video is everything that I've been teaching. Women typically only want to support polygyny when they're old, washed up, grayed out, wrinkled. That's when they want to practice polygyny. Ladies, nobody don't want you when you're old and washed up and hit the wall. You're not attractive. You're not sexy. I don't get aroused. We don't want you. Do you understand me? We want women that are in their prime, women that are ready to mate, bring forth children, and so forth. But when you hear polygyny, you think about sex. That's all you see. You don't see community. You don't see generational wealth. You don't see anything. All you think about is a man having sexual relations with a woman. And this is why we're having so many problems. I don't understand, how is it that we as a people that claim we follow the Most High are not coming together to build and practice what this Bible teach? So guys, when women are protesting against polygyny, just know that, sister, do not follow the Bible. That's a clear indicator right there. It's a red flag. Once you see her saying, oh, no, I'm not with that, I'm not sharing no man. Okay, ladies, to all the ladies that are against polygyny, how many times have you shared your vagina with other men? Talk to me about it. How many times have you shared your vagina with other men? To all you women that talk about how much you disagree. You disagree with God. You don't disagree with me. You disagree with the Bible. You don't serve God. You don't. You understand? Somebody said, I disagree. Just because you don't follow this doesn't mean you don't follow God. You don't follow God. You don't follow him. Stop. There is no way you can tell me you follow God and you don't follow the scriptures. You don't follow him. You're a liar. There's no truth in you. There's no way you can tell me you follow God and you don't follow his word. Even the Bible says that you're a liar. Let me bring it up. Let's bring this thing up, fam, because we got a lot of teaching to do today. You know? A lot of teaching. Because a lot of these women, guys, I'm telling you, man, they don't follow the Most High. They don't follow the Most High, guys. And it's just bad, man. Let me bring the scripture out and bring this text out. Okay. This is one of them kind of topics that always get under women's skin. And these very same women are not virgins, guys. Always remember that. Again, to all you ladies out there that are anti-polygyny, are you a virgin? Are you a virgin? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a woman who is against polygyny and you're a virgin. And don't lie. because the Most High will put you to death for playing games when we teaching this truth. How many of you women are virgins? I want to know. Because I'm going to catch you in a lie as soon as you say you're a virgin. So be prepared for that. Because we know you're not. Right? Okay. Let's see what we got here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So that's 5, 6, 3. All right. Let me take a picture of this. And then we can move forward. Because we're going to ruffle up a lot of feathers. We're going to do a lot of house cleaning. Hopefully all of these religious women will unsubscribe from my channel and never come back, because we don't need you here. You're not following God. You're following Satan. And I could care less how you feel. I just understand the truth. And what we're trying to do is rid all of the dead weight. You understand? Trying to get rid of all the dead weight that is taking up space for the actual women that want this truth. Right? So now, let me check this out right here real quick. 1 John chapter 2, verse 3-6 says, "And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whosoever keep his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abide in him ought himself also to walk even as he walked." See, a lot of these women, they don't follow God because they don't keep his commandments. Do you understand me? 99.9% of women that claim they're in the truth never read the Bible. They don't follow his laws. They don't keep his commandments. They don't do anything. They just run their mouth. They have a belief system, but they're not really true. You understand? When a woman say, I don't agree with this and I don't agree with that, she don't follow God. To all the women that are in the chat that talk about how much they don't agree, what's your body count? What's your body count? Talk to me. Let's not play no games. Because when you say you disagree with this, I want to see if you follow in God. Because how are you going to be a woman that represent the Most High and you sharing your body with other men and you not no wife? Talk to me. Talk to me. What's your body count? To all the women that are in the chat running their mouth, what's your body count? Let's see if you're obeying God's commandments. It's pretty quiet. You say you don't agree with this. You say you don't agree with that. Okay. You follow God, right? What's your body count? How many men fucked you? Let's talk about it. You see, guys, this is where women stay quiet. Because it goes back to what I told you about the runaway wife. The runaway wife that runs from a marriage, playing single, trying to find a new man to bring him into adultery. But these be the very same women that talk about they don't believe in polygyny, but yet their body been out there with all these guys. They never want to talk about that. They don't want to address the elephant in the room. Where are all the ladies at? Where are you at? What's your body count? How many men blew your back out? Notice this, fam. This woman says, it really don't matter about this. Wait, who said that? That's somebody else? Where's that other person at? Wrong comment. We all have, here, check this out, fam. Check out this comment from this woman. We all have fallen into sin and have grace through blood of Christ. You see the deflection? Do you see how no accountability, right? We all have fallen. So we're all just like you, right? We're all just like you. This is what they do. No, we're not all fallen in sin like you. We're not all rebellious like you. Answer the damn question. What's your body count? What's your body count? See, guys, this is why I tell you, when you talk to women, you got to know where they came from. Do you see how that woman cannot speak? That's the kind of woman you avoid, because she's going to bring you into sin. You don't know where she came from, guys. You don't know where she come from. I would not deal with a woman like that, bro. Straight up. I would not. I would not deal with a woman that when I ask her a question, she can't speak, bro. That's dangerous, because you might be getting with a woman that was previously married, left her husband, and now she's out there playing like she's single. You end up sleeping with her. She never told you the details. Now you're an adulterer. Now you in sin. Guys, the Bible clearly teaches us to answer all things. Asking these women simple questions. What's your body count? If you say you disagree with polygyny, what's your body count? How many men you laid up with? How many men got you pregnant? How many babies you got out of wedlock? I don't want to hear nothing about we all fall short, we fall down, and we get up. I don't want to hear none of that, because I'm tired of the hypocrisy with these women. And this is why, guys, I personally believe you should just avoid religious women. I'd rather go get with a sister that is in the world living her best life than wasting my fucking time with a woman that claims she's in the truth. Serious. The reason why is I could teach the other woman who's in the world. I cannot teach a religious woman anything, because she's a hypocrite. She's a hypocrite, guys. You cannot teach a woman that claims she's in the truth anything, because she's religious. She don't follow the Bible. Guys, you mark my words when I tell you this. If you're talking to a sister and she claims she's in the truth, you ask her, what's your thoughts on polygyny? And if she say, oh, I heard about that. It's not really for me. I'm not interested in sharing my man. Okay, cool. Have you ever shared your vagina with anyone? How many kids you got? Oh, I got 2 kids by 2 different baby daddies. Oh, so you have 2 baby daddies. So you shared your womb with 2 men. Your body count is 30 to 75, but you got a problem with polygyny. Guys, this is why I don't give a fuck how fine a sister look, bro. All I'm interested in is having that conversation. Once I can have that conversation, that dialogue with a woman, and I start to ask her the key questions, I won't be wasting my time. Sister, what's your thoughts of Jacob in the Bible? What's your thoughts about him? He had 2 wives and 2 concubines. What's your thoughts of that? You think his relationship was good? What's your thoughts on polygyny? Oh, that's not for me. No. You a virgin? No, I'm not a virgin. Okay. What's your body count? I don't have to tell you that. That's not important. So you don't want to tell me where you came from, but yet we want to talk about STDs. Because anytime you talk about polygyny, the first thing these women use is, well, what about STDs? Well, what about them? What about an STD? If I'm a righteous man, I'm not outside messing around with 1,000 women because I respect myself, and I'm going to also have to respect the wives that I got. So I cannot be outside slinging D everywhere. And for some reason, I don't understand why you ladies have this mindset of thinking that when a man talk about polygyny, that he's outside smashing and dashing women all day. I don't got no fucking time for that. I got to work. I got to produce. I got to earn. Men that are about their purpose are not outside smashing women all damn day. But for some reason, when we talk about polygyny, this is what you think. You think that we're just pulling up at different women's houses trying to bust a nut all day. I don't got time for that. When you're on your purpose, you don't got time to be laying up with 1,000 women all day. Guys that do that, number one, they're not making no money because they're not spending no time perfecting their craft. They're not in the gym. They're not with the Most High. They're not doing their purpose. And most of those guys be these baby daddies that be on child support all day because they've been out in these streets. You understand? Guys, we have to have these conversations with women so that we can encounter the right woman. The right woman is not necessarily a woman that's in the truth. Those days are over when it comes to meeting a holy woman. These women are not raised in households where they got parents that are holy. Do you understand? These women jump from religion to religion. Some of these sisters, fam, that frequent my platform, 1 minute they're a Muslim, then they're a Buddhist, then they're a Christian, then they're an Israelite. They don't know what they want to be. They're all over the place. And because of the different belief systems they have, they hold on to different doctrines and traditions. So by the time they encounter a person like me, they won't even know what to do. Because I'm thorough. I'll let women know exactly what it is. I don't care how you look. You could be as pretty and as fine as you want. You can still be a devil, a Jezebel, a very haughty woman. And I don't got no time for that. I don't got no time for that. He that say he know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar. So to all you ladies that got a rose toy, please explain to me chapter and verse in the Bible where it says that you can have a rose toy to pleasure yourself because you're living your best life. See, brothers, this is why these women have an issue with guys like me. They can't handle the guys like me, fam, because we're so thorough with this truth. We leave no room for them to BS. See, the guys that they're accustomed to is guys they can push around. You're not going to push me around. I'm going to tell you the way it's supposed to be. If I'm supposed to be your man, you're going to do what the fuck I tell you to do. You're not going to be doing your own thing and I'm your man. How the fuck I'm going to protect you as a woman? And you running your fucking mouth thinking you're going to rule over me. How could I protect you if I tell you to take off that damn short pants that got your ass all out and I'm trying to regulate my home to protect your ass, but you don't want to listen? So in order for me to protect you, I got to have some sense of control over you. But y'all be talking crazy like you're controlling. Anytime you hear women say stuff like that, you're so controlling. You damn right. If you my woman, I supposed to control you. Why? Because you out of control. That's why you need protection. Because you don't know how to think and you don't make no good decisions. And if you look at most women today, they just make nothing but bad decisions. Because they daddy ain't in their life, so they got no guidance. Their mom was in the streets, just like them. And every man they get with is just like their father, in whom the mother is not even with because he was another Pookie and Ray Ray. So you're dealing with a lot of damaged women out here, guys. So, hey, let's start this thing up, man. That's my introduction. We got a lot of cooking to do, a lot of teaching to do. So let me get this tape going here so we could get down to business, fam. So again, this is coming out from New Breed's channel. Salute to New Breed. I think I seen him in the chat. You know what I mean? Make sure you go over there and subscribe to his channel, show some support. Let's get into this thing, fam. Let's break this thing down. Now, it starts off where he's reviewing comments on his page. And women are talking greasy. They're talking about Mark the Messenger. They're talking about New Breed. I want you to hear how these women talk. Because when women talk like this, It's a problem, fam. And these are people that's supposed to be following the Bible. And it's just bad. This is why, guys, if you in this truth, I don't recommend you look at these women that talk about they following God. Stay away from them, fam. I don't got no time for that religious spirit, fam. First question I ask women, bro, as soon as I meet up with them, fam, I let them know where the fuck I am, what I'm dealing with, what's going on, so all my cards are on the table. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I tell these women straight what I'm into, what I'm looking for, what I need them for. Period. Straight to the point. I don't got no time for no long talking. I don't got no time for, oh, you know, we're getting to know each other and no secrets. This is what it is. This is who I am. This is what I believe. This is what I want from you. This is why the fuck I stopped you. The only reason why I'm interested in you is to build. That's it. You with it or you not? Because I'm not wasting no more energy. I don't got no time to waste because a lot of these women crazy. Real talk. Let's get into this tape. Okay, let's see where we at. All right, let's go.
All right, back to sharing. All right, now here we go. She says, I honestly can't believe you, Mark or New Breed. I'm in shock. I thought so much more of y'all. Really, Mark? But I seen signs in New Breed already before. But this did it for me. It's crazy. Mark, are you even married, bringing kids in this world? Question mark. And then some person goes.
Now notice this. This person comes in there talking crazy. As if though this is their first time ever hearing something, when these guys been talking about this stuff for a long time. That's one of the telltale signs of a demon, a devil. That person was never with them. That person was never supportive of them. They're acting like they just found out something, like they did something wrong. They're acting as if though these men are in sin, when all throughout the Bible, men had concubines and multiple wives. So who are these women following? The devil.
Vile, crooked demons.
Wow. She called them crooked demons.
Yo, man.
This is what we deal with all the time.
You see how these women, how crazy they be getting.
Yep.
I mean, damn. Yo, that's why I'm telling you, bro. Some of these women are scary, bro. I'm telling you, like, when I say that they scary, I mean, they dangerous as hell, bro. Like, for real. Brothers, you got to beware of women like that, bro.
You have to be.
That's one of those women who will sit back in the cut, and if you saying, you know, if you disagree with her, this is the type of woman right here. If she agree with everything that you saying, and you say something that she don't agree with, this person will snap. I'm telling you, this girl right here, that Cherokee, whatever her name is, she will snap on somebody, bro.
And you can't have women like that in your life, guys, because they're very dangerous. Women like that do not follow God. You got to understand this, guys. Once you hear a woman rebelling against the scriptures, you got to just leave her alone. You cannot waste no time trying to convince a woman like that. You just let her go. When a woman got that spirit in her that's of the Most High, she's a teachable woman, bro. She's the kind of woman you can literally teach. And she's attentive. She's willing to listen to you. She'll sit there for hours listening to you talk because she really understands her place and she want to learn. She want to adapt to you because she trusts you. But when you see women coming out the gate rebellious and argumentative and fighting, those are the demons that she's carrying from previous men. Again, the runaway wife. Guys, listen to me. If there's anything you can get from this live stream, beware of the runaway wife. We're going to do a lot of videos on this. The runaway wife. These are women that separated from their husbands. They were married, they separated, they go out there acting like they're single. And because we didn't acquire where she came from, we end up taking her in as either a wife or concubine in ignorance. And then later on, we find out the whole time you were sleeping with another man's wife. Whole time you wondering why these curses are coming. You wondering why your car got broken into, why your car broke down on the highway. You trying to figure this out. You're like, why I'm got this back pain? Why my account was hacked? What's going on? Most High, what's happening? Next minute, you know, he revealed to you, you've been sleeping with another man's wife. That woman you with, oh, she's an adulteress. Be very careful, guys, of the runaway wife. These are women that were married in their younger years. And then when they hit 35, 40, you took them in as a concubine. This is why when we teach on this issue, when we teach about concubines, guys, stop being so quick to call a woman a concubine, talking about you could take her as a concubine. You might be taking in somebody else's wife, and now you in sin. Be very careful, fam. Know where a woman come from. This is why when I ask women questions, if they can't answer it, she got to go. Because I'm not going to hell. Not for you, women. The Bible speaks about this all the time. The Bible constantly speaks of the wicked woman, bro. And they're very deceptive and very deceiving and manipulative. And they'll come around you and they'll play like this good old, single, beautiful woman. Whole time, fam, she's an adulteress. That's why you got to know her history. You got to go check her background check. Check out the paperwork. What? Previously married? Hold up. You ain't telling me this. What are you doing? What? So hold up. You still married? Oh, I didn't think, I left him and, Guys, you don't want to be in a situation like that, man. That's a bad situation to be in.
She one of those people who get real possessive and like this is a person you want to stay away from, bro. Real talk. Brothers, like you can see what kind of when you make certain posts, the spirits and demons be coming out of these women. It really be coming out of them. She been watching these men online, learning from them, and all of a sudden, because something that she disagreed with comes out, I mean, she immediately goes on attack mode. That's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you. All right, somebody says, let me go. We're going to keep going. Oh, man, I got to read this clap back. Hold on. This person right here says, this is real. It's never too late to live in reality. Real talk. It's never too late to live in reality, ladies. You may not be a traditional wife. You may just be somebody's concubine. This person, Jaha 777 says, amen. Lots of older women wouldn't be miserable if they accepted this and submitted. Good words, Ak. Shalom.
And see, my thoughts on that is, yeah, you might be able as an older woman to get with a man as a concubine. But again, guys, beware of the runaway wife. Beware. Because a lot of these women that are older, they're not telling you their history. They're not. Don't be so quick to say, oh, I could take her as a concubine. You're going to end up taking another man's wife. And you're going to go to the lake of fire. You don't want to do that. A lot of these ladies know what the Bible says. They know about the scriptures, y'all. Don't think that these women are just all dumb and don't know. They know that based on the Bible, they're not supposed to have a man because their husband is still alive. The Bible clearly tells women that you are bound by the law Once you're married to a man, you're bound to that man as long as he lives. The only way you can remarry is if your husband die. But these women are not doing that. They're separating. And then they're going out there acting like they're single. And then we, as brothers in the truth, we'll see her and be like, okay, I'm gonna take her as a concubine. Now you're sleeping with another man's wife. And you don't even know it because the woman you got was deceitful from the beginning. She never told you. And now you're living in sin. And some of you guys end up getting these women pregnant. That makes it even worse. You end up making another man's wife pregnant. Now you got to live with those demons and the consequences. Now, I don't want to be in that. I do not want to get a woman pregnant and then come to find out that's another man's wife. My goodness, bro. How do you get out of that mess, man? How do you explain to the Most High that I got this woman pregnant and that's another man's wife? You got with a runaway wife. You ever seen a runaway train? It can't be stopped. You know what I mean? It just keeps going and going and going. And that's how a lot of these women be. Runaway wives, previous marriages, but they never tell you about it.
That's real talk. A lot of women wouldn't be miserable, right? They would have companionship if they just, stop believing in the fairy tale ending. If they stop believing in the fairy tale ending and the Tyler Perry movies and the white picket fence, it might not go that way for you. I don't want it not to go that way for you, but humble yourself. And maybe it can go that way. That's the whole point, right? So Jasmine 957, she says, while you females in the comments, every female isn't a woman, by the way, are getting in your feelings. Just remember this hat when you 70 at home with cats and dogs and have to call the lawnmower.
Again, a lot of the women that are going to be old and alone by themselves are normally women that separated from their husbands or the independent women that were living their best life chasing careers. They're normally the ones that's going to be 70 years old by themselves with a rose toy.
I love the hat breed. Somebody has to give these people the real. Matter of fact, let me just simplify it. Forget it. Adultery is a man sleeping with a married woman. A man dealing with another man's wife is adultery.
That's it. That's the only thing that's adultery, ladies. There is no such thing as adultery with a man if he have another woman. That's what the Christian church would tell you. But no, when you're in this truth, a man can have more than one wife. It's in the Bible. This is how I know a lot of you ladies, you don't serve the Most High. Show me a woman that as soon as I meet her, and I'm like, sis, I got a wife over here. I got my kids. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to get with you to build. What's going on? What's the word? Oh, I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? I thought you were single. How the fuck I'm going to be single? Like, I don't get it with women. You ladies be getting around men and just assume they single. Men are never single. Men either have a woman, looking for women, entertaining a woman. They're out there. Men are not single. I don't know where women get this mindset from of being single. It don't make no sense.
All right. I don't think she's going to make it back in, but that's what adultery is. I'm answering the question. A man dealing with another man's wife is adultery. That's the definition of adultery. A man having multiple wives, practicing polygyny, clearly is biblical. So that is not adultery. All right. Adultery and polygyny is not in the same scope. All right.
And that's true. Adultery for a man is sleeping with another man's wife. That's it. This is why the Messiah said that if a man look upon a woman to lust after her, he have committed adultery. In context, what is the Messiah talking about? If you're a man and you look at a married woman, not a single woman, because that can't be adultery. If that's the case, the woman you met up with that you're about to make your wife, you would be in adultery if you lust after her. That makes no sense. because the word lust simply means desire. Lust means desire. Lust is not a bad word. In order for me to get with a sister, I have to lust after her. I have to lust after her beauty. There got to be something about that woman that attracts me in order for me to shoot my shot. Whether it's her lips, her eyes, her feet, something that I like as a man got to interest me about that woman. Her breasts, her behind. There got to be something about that woman that will make me lust after her. That's called attraction. That's how we meet up. So attraction is not a bad thing. Lust is not sinful. But now when you're lusting after a married woman, that's where you cross the line. That's why the Messiah said, if you look upon a woman to lust after her, you have committed adultery already in your heart. For example, if I come around you brothers that's in the truth, you invite me over your house for dinner to see your family, and your wife come down in a nice gown looking nice, and I'm sitting there like this, and I'm like, giving her leering looks, like, and in my mind, I'm like, man, she got a wagon on her, bro. And I'm doing all of this going on in my mind. I'm lusting after another man's wife. So disrespectful. I'm already in sin. I didn't have to get into the sack with that woman. The Messiah said, I'm already guilty. Because you're not supposed to be looking at her like that. Because as a man, you can have self-control when you recognize a woman as a married woman. You can have self-control. You just don't cultivate that to have that kind of level of respect. Because when you get around other men and they got their wives, you can't be over there lusting after these dudes' wives. So you got to have a level of respect. You know? Some men don't got that kind of respect. Some men will get around your wife and want to fuck your wife, bro. Literally, they'll be looking at your wife and trying to see if they can get in and some weirdo stuff, man. That's not tolerated, fam. You know? But let's get back to the tape.
Maine, what's your question, Maine?
Okay, so Bree, in Isaiah 4:1, right? I'm reading out of a different translation than you usually use, but it says that will be a day when 7 women will gang up on one man, saying, we'll take care of ourselves, get our own food and clothes. Just give us a child, make us pregnant, so we'll have something to live for. And then it goes on.
Wait, what translation are you reading from?
It's called the Message Remix.
Notice these crazy Bible translations that women always reading from. Rather than them reading from the King James Bible, they reading from a Message Bible Remix. Doesn't even make any sense.
Okay, well, you know, we more so adhere to the King James Version.
Right, but, and that's why I'm asking a question, because I know it's a different version, but when I read like 7 different Bibles at one time, and that's the one that caught me. When I read it, I'm like, hold up. But when it goes on to 4:2-4, it then talks about that these is like basically the people that's dying with the world. And then God is going to raise up his out of that mess. And then from that mess, we come into the alignment of the Most High. So the way that this book reads, it sounds like it's saying that these are the people that's so far out of order. They living outside of God's order.
Okay, man, let me slow you down. What's your question, though?
My question is, when you speak about like now where we at, because my understanding is that today is supposed to be the man and a wife. Now, my dad, Muslim, grew up with 4 wives in the house. So I really don't have no problem with that way of living because I grew up with it. But I'm a wife, you know what I mean? Been married for 16 years. And I'm listening because I might end up being not married. You know what I'm saying? My husband could pass on. And I'm really trying to understand this because I don't want to be nobody concubine. I ain't going to lie to nobody because I don't even know how to be a wife.
And she just said she don't know how to be a wife, guys. Married for what? 16 years. But she don't even know how to be a wife. She says that her father was Muslim, had multiple wives. She's calling in on the show, wasting everybody's time. 16 years. And she says she don't even know how to be a wife. But she don't want to be a concubine. Let that make sense now. This is what we got to deal with. And it's always old women that are calling in. This is another problem. Guys, anytime we talk about polygyny, there will be nothing but old women calling in. There will be nothing but old women in the comments in disagreement. I'm going to tell you why. It's always old women. It's always women 47 and up. It's never younger women. Because the younger women are out in the streets living a best life, getting a back blown out by Pookie and Ray Ray. That's right. The older ones are going to be the ones protesting because they already ruined their lives. And they don't want the younger sisters to get it right. They don't want the generational curse to be broken. This woman said she was married for 16 years. And she don't even know how to be a wife. And another problem that I see is that all of these women that are calling in, they're all disrespecting their man. Because if she's married, why would she be calling another man for any sort of advice? Number one. Because if you have a husband, your husband is supposed to be the source. I'd be damned if my wife is calling another man to get some advice from him and I'm her husband. And I'm teaching on YouTube. But she's contacting another man to get some sort of insight on things. Like, what kind of craziness is that? That's disrespect. That lets me know that that woman is full of shit, that she's not really married. She's not. There's no way you could be a wife for 16 years and you don't know how to be a wife, but then you protesting against being a concubine. It makes no sense, fam. I'm going to let you hear that again.
Remix.
Okay. Well, you know, we more so adhere to the King James Version.
Right.
Well,
And that's why I'm asking a question, because I know it's a different version, but when I read like 7 different Bibles at one time.
She reads 7 different Bibles at one time. There's scripture in the Bible that talks about how these women are laden with sin, ever learning, never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. 7 different Bible versions. But she still don't know how to be a wife. Let that make sense, y'all. And she's old and don't even know how to be a wife. How much more the younger women? How much more? They don't know how to be a wife, guys. They don't. We have to teach them. These women don't know nothing, bro.
And that's the one that caught me. When I read it, and I'm like, hold up. But when it goes on to 4:2-4, it then talks about that these is like basically the people that's dying with the world. And then God is going to raise up his out of that mess. And then from that mess, we come into the alignment of the Most High. So the way that this book reads, it sounds like it's saying that these are the people that's so far out of order. They living outside of God's order.
okay.
And she's out of order. And she's living outside of God's order because she don't know the scriptures. And also keep in mind to the chat, ladies and gentlemen, anytime you see anyone that's in the chat doing any bullshit, highlight their name so that you could get my attention, because it's interesting how when we talk about these topics, right? If I'm full of shit, right? If I don't know what I'm talking about, why demons keep coming to my platform to post BS? If I'm just full of hot air, wasting everybody's time, why is it that demons keep showing up? Because the devil don't want you to hear this truth, y'all. The devil want you ladies to go to the lake of fire. It's just that simple. You understand? It's too late to be highlighting the person's name when I already blocked them. You know? You're wasting your time. You can't see that the person was blocked already? Let's go.
Ma'am, let me slow you down. What's your question though?
My question is, when you speak about like now where we at, because my understanding is that today is supposed to be the man and a wife. Now, my dad Muslim, grew up with 4 wives in the house. So I really don't have no problem with that way of living because I grew up with it. But I'm a wife, you know what I mean? Been married for 16 years. And I'm listening because I might end up being not married. You know what I'm saying? My husband could pass on. And I'm really trying to understand this because I don't want to be nobody concubine. I ain't going to lie to nobody because I don't even know how to be a wife.
That makes no sense. I don't want to be a concubine because I don't even want to be nobody's wife. So then what the fuck you want to be? You don't want to be nobody's concubine, but you don't know how to be a wife. So you want to be a wife, but you don't want to be a concubine. This is crazy, y'all. This right here is crazy. And this is supposed to be an older woman who is most likely in her 50s, pushing 60, and she don't even know how to be a wife. How much more the younger sisters? I'm telling you, we're doomed.
And so when I hear this, I'm like, hold up.
Well,
You could end up by yourself.
Well, let me explain this. A widow can be a wife.
Okay.
A widow can be a wife, but
I follow you now.
or a widow can remain unmarried for that, you know, in the same breath. But I mean, is your husband sick? He good?
I mean, he good, but you know, like life happens, you know. And
she's not married, guys. She's not married. This woman is full of shit. I can read right through her. See, this is the thing. I'm going to tell these women straight up that they're full of shit. That woman is not married. She's not married. Breed asks her, he good? He good? Well, you know, life happens. So you waiting for your man to die? Shouldn't you be sustaining his life? Look, all of you ladies have a charge by the Most High to make sure you sustaining your man. You got to be cooking healthy meals for this man. You supposed to be his nurse. You supposed to be his health aide in that house. You're supposed to make sure that your husband got his vitamins and his nutrition going. That's your job as a woman. Some of you ladies, you got a man, you don't even care about this man. It's like you waiting for him to die so you could go get with another man. And that's how she sound to me. Like I said, she don't got no man.
so I'll be curious, like, well, what if you found yourself without a mate no more? And then what you do? And it's like, I don't want to find myself in a position in life where I got to be like, I'm not accustomed to that. You know what I mean?
Are you keeping your husband healthy?
Oh, I do everything I can.
Out, is you?
No. I do everything I can, but you know, we're a little bit unevenly yoked. I found my way.
She just says she's unequally yoked with the man. Breed ask her, are you taking care of your man? You making sure he's good? Oh, I do what I can, but we unequally yoked. You don't see the toxic relationship this woman is in? This woman is definitely, fam, in her late 50s. I can hear it in her voice. You could tell a woman's age by her voice, fam. That's another telltale sign. A woman's voice gives her away. Let's go.
The truth, and he didn't. So our lifestyles are different.
So she's in the truth, according to her, right? But the man is not in the truth. But she's with him as a wife for 16 years. You see how this goes? Do you see the kind of toxic relationships these women be having? She's allegedly in the truth. Now, I know she's not in the truth. None of these women are in the truth. They're religious. They just talk. They don't really follow the Bible. You know? I'm pretty sure her man is more in the truth than she is. She's unequally yoked because she's not with the Most High.
So, you know, but I stay in the marriage simply because I'm married and I don't want to find myself uncovered, period.
So she's just in the marriage for the convenience of having a man. She don't even love the guy. She don't even love the man she's with. She's just with him for the convenience. Maybe he's providing the house. Maybe he's paying all the bills. And that's why she's there. And there's a lot of women that are just like this, guys. They're with a man, but they don't love the man. They don't respect the man. They're with him for the benefits of the resources. That's it. That's all they're there for, guys. Trust and believe it. Let's get back to the tapes.
I don't want to be nobody's concubine.
And with all due respect, we in this stream right now, and we talking about making concubines great again. And I'm bringing out, and I'm trying to drive this home that, you know, it's not something that's derogatory or an insult. But you come in and I don't want to be nobody's concubine.
But the reason I'm saying that is because I witnessed concubines.
Do you understand how what you're saying is counterproductive to what the stream is bringing forth? You know,
and I do apologize for that. I'm really just thinking of it from my own perspective.
Her own perspective is she think a concubine is just some woman that just a plaything. But she claims she's in the truth. Obviously, she don't read the Bible. She don't know nothing. And this is the problem, fam. She don't even know what a concubine is. And she don't even know how to be a wife. If you don't know how to be a wife, how could you say you don't want to be a concubine? You have the higher status of wife and don't even know how to do that. That's like me hiring you for a job. I elevated you to product supervisor, and you don't even know how to do that job. I'm giving you the best position on the job. You don't even know how to do that. So if I give you just a regular supervisor job, you were demoted. She don't even want that when she's not even doing her main job. If this woman was really married, the man she's with is struggling. He's not pleased. Because I could just imagine they have no sex life, because women like this normally are never really having sexual relations with the man. So what you end up with is a marriage of no sex, right? That's another type of problem we got to talk about in other videos, where guys get into relationships with women, marry them, and next minute the sex life go downhill. It's like you're not even sexually active with the woman that's your wife. It's really sick, toxic. But it'd be a lot of relationships just like that.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I watched my father with wives, and like his other ladies, he had them in the house, but he didn't treat them like his wife. You know what I'm saying?
Notice they always say stories like that. She's lying. Those are typical stories that women always speak on in terms of, oh, I seen this and he had all the wives in the house and, you know, he wasn't really treating them this way. It's all negative. This woman is not married, never been married. She always been single, right? And she's trying her best to be a wife. That's what she's looking for. So she's speaking negative of a situation that she experienced and seen in her upbringing.
And it's like what I witnessed, like, I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but I only got my experience. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And
Well,
so
it's just a label, man. A concubine is a part-time wife, and it just kind of is what it is.
They don't have a problem with being a sneaky link, a jump off, a side piece. They don't have no problem with being a girlfriend. Do you know how disrespectful and offensive it is for a man to just call you his girlfriend? His sneaky link? Ladies, a man is out there calling you his sneaky link. You don't got a problem with that. You know what a sneaky link is? A hoe. A woman in whom he just fuck. That's it. You don't got a problem with that. You got no problem being a side piece, a jump off. But if a man say you're his concubine, I don't want that. Imagine a man calling you his girlfriend. You're a grown-ass woman, but he's calling you his girlfriend. He don't value you. You're at the lowest of the totem pole at that point. He don't value you. He labeled you his girlfriend. Imagine how low that is.
But no, you gave me a level of understanding that I needed, and I appreciate it.
I think I answered your question. Thank you.
You sure did. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, have a good one.
No, she don't. She don't appreciate anything. Anytime women say that, they never really appreciate anything. They just couldn't get the answers and the things that they want. They couldn't manipulate. They couldn't do their dirty work. You understand?
All right. So, like, again, we're making concubines great again. Like, it's not an insult. Nobody is saying because you're a concubine that you're less than a person. And, you know, that sister, she, you know, saying that, you know, she's married. Your husband's still living. I wouldn't be thinking about, you know, personally, you shouldn't be thinking about, well, what happened when he died? I don't want to be nobody's concubine when he died. That's like the wrong mind frame. You know, keep your husband healthy. Make sure he good. You know, you saying, you know, you don't want to be, it's just a lot to that, you know.
She's lying. That's why. I mean, even while New Breed was doing the stream, he already could pick up on the energy. I mean, she's negative. She's talking about, she's so negative. She's speaking as if though, you know, when he died. Like, who does that? Who sits around talking about their mate like that? Like, you know, like you're worried about what life is going to be when they die. So it's like you're trying to get with the next man, or you're trying to put the next man in position to take over. It doesn't sound like she even loves whatever guy she's with. That's why I'm making it very clear. She don't got no husband.
You know, you don't want to uncover your husband on this line. You know, you on here saying that y'all unequally yoked. You know, that's these conversations, you know, y'all want to have behind the scenes and win your husband over through chase conversation. If he not following the truth, you got to win him over.
And that's exactly what the Bible says. The Bible talks about how your conversations as a wife would have an effect on that man if you're really a holy woman. But these women are not holy women today. You know, she's not a holy woman. I can tell you that right now. 16 years in a marriage and you don't even know how to be a wife. Clearly, she's not reading the Bible. And clearly, she's not being a woman of an example of righteousness to her husband. Because if she don't know how to be a wife and she been with this man for 16 years, she had 16 years to read that Bible to know how to make that man get in line with the scriptures by her lifestyle. She still don't know how to do that. Why? Because she's not serving God. She's not. And a lot of women, they honor the Most High with their lips, but their hearts is far from him.
It's another thing. The scriptures tell you that if you are unequally yoked, you win your husband over through chase conversation. If he see you following this truth and living a righteous lifestyle, it's something about that that's going to make that man really, you know, want to follow that path.
That's right.
Yo, shout out Ringo TV Reactions in the building. Salute to the brother. Salute, family. Y'all subscribe to that brother as well, man. Bringing forth the truth. Ringo says, this is the problem with these women in her mind. A concubine is a bad thing, but she just admit she don't even know how to be a good wife. Shaking my head. Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's like,
I need some juice, man.
It's like in this society, a lot of ladies want their cake and eat it too. And then the title thing, it's just, that's the part that really gets these ladies in a twist. The title of a concubine. Let me tell you something. A woman can be a concubine in some instances, and a brother can enjoy certain things about his concubine more than his actual wife.
That's true. That's very true.
Y'all ain't hearing me, bro. See, y'all ladies gotta be re-taught. There's some brothers who have wives and concubines, and he may enjoy certain things about his concubine more than his wife.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because a lot of times when we talk about polygyny, when we talk about these topics, women are always like, well, are you going to love all your women equally? No, that's virtually impossible. How can you love everyone equally? Why are you worrying about love and all this other stuff equally and all this other stuff? You're already selfish. That comes from a selfish spirit. You know, I got 4 daughters. Being that I got 4 daughters, they all have different personalities. So the way I show them love is totally different from each other. One, she like when I play. You know what I mean? Like when they come home, you know what I mean? Normally what I do, I have this tradition where they come in, I hide. It's like hide and go seek. I hide and I play this little game where I just hide and I come out and I scare them and I run around the house, you know, chasing them around as, you know, the monster or whatever you want to call that, right? That's just what I do with my daughters, right? Some of them, she like, you know, when I grab her and lift her in the air and throw her up, right? Another one, she has a different personality where she more like when you talk to her. You get it? The other one, she might, you know, want some candy or something. You know, so it's different. They all have a different way of how they do things and how you're able to reach them. So there's no such thing as loving all your children equally. You deal with them according to how they are and what their needs are. Same thing with women. There's no such thing as one size fit all. That's not how it works. You know, you deal with them accordingly. That's how it works. There's no such, well, when am I going to have time with you? Well, what about time spent with this wife and time spent with that wife? Like, what do you think this is? I got to make money for this family. So all of this stuff about time and spending time and all other stuff, that just tells me that as a woman, you're not doing your job as a wife or as a concubine. Because if you really are active and busy, you're not thinking about time and who's spending time with who. Everything happens naturally. Just like in a marriage, when a man and a woman is married, whatever the case is, it's not like it's a schedule on, okay, at 10 p.m. we supposed to fuck. Like, that's not how it works. Things just happen naturally and progress as it goes. That's the same way it is with polygyny. You might be with this concubine today. You might be with that one tomorrow. You might, sleep with your wife today. It all depends on how the situation is. You might go 3 days. You wasn't with none of your women. Why? Because you're busy. Get what I'm saying? Polygyny is not about every single day we fucking. Y'all got to get this out of your mind. That's not what polygyny is. Polygyny is not about having sex all day. But that's what you ladies think because you're so accustomed to sleeping around. That's why you think that way. Because you live a foul life of getting with men, and the only thing your relationship is about is sleeping around. Nothing more. So when you hear polygyny, that's what you think. You don't think about the economics. You don't think about building. I'm looking for women that's building with me. If I'm a content creator and I'm doing what I'm doing now, right? And I got some women that I'm messing with, some women that I'm dealing with. I'm trying to see how I can get those women to be on board with what I'm doing. That way we can grow and we can get this bread. Now I can teach them and show them this and show them that. Before you know it, we popping. You get what I'm saying? But if this woman want to be independent, do her own thing, and be out there getting her bag and being about her business, then she can't really fit the role of a wife because she's not really actively supporting what I'm doing. She's doing her own thing. So she could be a concubine, be on the far off, stay in her house. I stay over here, she stay over there, and we could link up whenever we link up. You get what I'm saying? But a wife have to be more involved with the purpose you have as a man. If a woman is not doing that, it don't make no sense you keep her around. What's the point of having women around that's just draining your resources? No, I'm trying to teach a woman how to get the bag, teach women how to do this thing so that, hey, if something happened to me, she good. You get what I'm saying? Because a man is supposed to teach a woman how to earn, how to make money, rather than her working at a 9 to 5 all her fucking life, punching a clock. As a woman, you're supposed to be working for your man. You're supposed to be serving your man. That's who you're supposed to be spending that time with, not spending 8 hours at a damn job all day. You're supposed to be spending those 8 hours researching that business that man is trying to start. But no, you don't want to do that. You rather be at a 9 to 5 making another man rich, and then you complaining about why your man ain't getting the bag. It's crazy. You're doing such a great job being a secretary at work rather than being a secretary at home, Because while your man is doing his business, you could be doing the research behind the scene, making sure the paperwork is right, making sure this is right, making sure all these little things is right, all this miscellaneous stuff. You're supposed to be doing that. So when a man practices polygyny and he got women that are on his team and all these women are in one mindset, now we could get this bag. Now we could build generational wealth. Now we can build family because we're all one unit. But because you women have been indoctrinated by the devil, this is why you're struggling right now. This is why you're struggling in these relationships right now. I'm going to rewind it back a little bit. I'm going to go get me some juice, man. I got to get me some juice. I ran out. Look at this thing, man. This is bad. All my ice melted and everything, fam. Let me see. Hold on.
Because when he go over to the concubine house thing,
let me rewind it back.
You don't want to uncover your husband on this line. You on here.
I'll be right back.
Saying that y'all unequally yoked. That's these conversations, y'all want to have behind the scenes and win your husband over through chase conversation. If he not following the truth, you got to win him over. That's another thing. The scriptures tell you that if you are unequally yoked, you win your husband over through chase conversation. If he see you following this truth and living a righteous lifestyle, it's something about that's going to make that man really, want to follow that path. Yo, shout out Ringo TV Reactions in the building. Salute to the brother. Salute, family. Y'all subscribe to that brother as well, man. Bringing forth the truth. Ringo says, this is the problem with these women. In her mind, a concubine is a bad thing, but she just admit she don't even know how to be a good wife. Shaking my head. Yeah, pretty much. It's true. It's true. It's like in this society, a lot of ladies want their cake and eat it too. And then the title thing, it's just, that's the part that really gets these ladies in a twist. The title of a concubine. Let me tell you something. A woman can be a concubine in some instances, and a brother can enjoy certain things about his concubine more than his actual wife. Y'all ain't hearing me, bro. See, y'all ladies gotta be re-taught. There's some brothers who have wives and concubines, and he may enjoy certain things about his concubine more than his wife. Because when he go over to the concubine house, things are a certain way. Not saying he don't love his wife, not saying that he diminishes her duties, not saying any of that. But what I am saying is, you got to understand, men love women differently for different purposes and different reasons. That's just how it is. So you sitting here downplaying and minimizing yourself because you may be a brother's concubine. That's just the circumstances y'all in. Let's see. We got another sister. Harris, what's your question?
You say Eris? Am I in?
Is your name Harris?
Yes, Eris.
Harris.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Eris. Right. Like an heir to the throne, Aksha. She wanted streams of water.
Notice how she said heir to the throne and all this other stuff. I'm telling you, man, they be making these subliminal messages. So she's the heir to the throne. Clearly telling you where she want to be. This is out of pocket, fam. Let's get back to the tape.
Yeah.
Silent. Yeah, heiress. Got you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I made a long comment. And I wanted to ask you, first of all, I think this conversation is very relevant. And I wanted to ask, in modern times that we're living in, I think it's important to distinguish between a concubine and a woman who allows a man to live with her. So a concubine status, as you are describing, is a little bit lesser role than a wife. But I think the question becomes, how is it more than shacking up or having sex with a boyfriend, so to speak?
Do you see how these women don't know what they're talking about or what they're saying? And these are all old women. Old women that the Bible says should be teaching younger women how to be wives. They don't even know anything. She literally asks like 5 questions in one question.
A concubine is simply a part-time wife. Now, we live in a modern society where a lot of ladies, they like to pursue career. They like to manage a 9-to-5. Some of them are working overtime. We live in a society where a lot of sisters, they have children out of wedlock. Some of them have multiple, babies from multiple different men.
Yep.
And some women just, can't give a man children because they're at a certain age where they can't bear children. And some women actually, surprisingly enough, will prefer her personal time and not be around a man all the time. So all of these attributes I just listed, for most women, they would say it's hopeless. I cannot have a a husband. I can't have a man. I don't have the traits to have a husband, or in a traditional sense. And what I'm doing in this video is explaining that biblically, it's nothing wrong with you being attached to a man for companionship, who can take away your reproach, who can humble you, who can be that companionship, be there for you. When you know you deserve, you can still have that, but you have to be humble, have humility, and understand that you made mistakes in life, and that this person who's a righteous man can cover those mistakes.
But see, here's the problem. These women, you cannot teach them nothing. These older women are set in their ways, washed up, hit the wall, and most of them were previously married. They're not going to say it. This is why I wanted to speak on this, the runaway wife. It's always the older woman that are talking like this. Because here's the thing. If these older women really wanted companionship, they would submit to the righteous man and humble themselves. But they don't want that. They don't want that. They want to control the man. A lot of these women come from previous relationships where they were married, and they're acting like they're single. And this is what I'm seeing. This is why it's very dangerous as men when we talk about concubines. You know, not saying you can't have concubines, but we don't want to make it easy for the adulteress to find a loophole of getting a man. Because the question still remains, were these women previously married? Because I don't see young women coming into the live chat or into the broadcast, young women in their 20s, in their prime, speaking in regards to, hey, I want to be a wife. I want to be a concubine. Because technically, if a woman is in her 20s, she's supposed to be wife material. You get what I'm saying? You're supposed to be taking that woman as a wife. Breed her up, let her have some kids for you. And hopefully she's going to grow and be a great woman because, in her 20s, think about all the years of her being under your leadership and you teaching her. She's going to be a great woman. By the time she hit in her 40s, man, she's going to be the ultimate teacher for women. She could teach other women because she's very mature. And then by the time she's 50, man, she's brilliant as a woman. She'll be the woman of old that were holy and was able to teach the young women truth. A woman like that can start a whole YouTube platform and literally educate women. Because of all of her wisdom and experience, she can lead women into teaching them to become wives. But that had to start from a righteous man giving her the game. So, yeah, we would want women to become concubines who don't have a man. At the same time, we must inquire about these women to see if they, had a previous relationship with a man and possibly was a wife before, because that to me is dangerous. That's something that I think about. And I've been around women like that. You understand what I'm saying? I've been around women like that. That's how I know what I'm talking about. They come to you playing single, but they're not single. These women were separated from their man and they were messing around. You didn't know. We don't want this to happen. And a lot of these women that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s ran away from a marriage and they're looking for a new man. You're going to see it throughout this live of women saying they were married 2-3 times. How could you be married 2-3 times and you repping the Most High as a woman? Makes no sense.
And help you and lead you and guide you, and you can still have happiness. So, I know that Christianity and the church have taught us a lot of nonsense about quote unquote shacking up. the marriage license as we know it, the marriage governmental contract is clearly not working. Christianity has not restored biblical marriage whatsoever. It just doesn't work. So when we use words like shacking up, it's like we minimizing a relationship. If you love that person, you're happy with that person. If y'all operating doing the will of the Most High, and y'all building something, those words, that they don't really have no meaning. You know, marriage, with the Most High bring together, let no man separate. Hopefully, I answered your question.
Do you think that men are spiritually mature enough to weather the storm with a woman or to forgive her for her past? Or do you think that being in a concubine status holds her guilty forevermore of her past?
Well, we just went to the book of Judges. Ephraim.
Do you see how the woman know about her past? She know her past is crazy. They don't want you to know about their past, guys. Listen to what she said, fam. We got to listen to it slow. Listen to it.
Do you think that men are spiritually mature enough?
Spiritually mature enough. She's asking if we're spiritually mature enough. Mature enough for what?
To weather the storm.
The storm.
With a woman or to forgive her for her past?
Do you see that? To forgive her for her past. These older women know what they're doing, guys. A storm is coming your way. She want you to weather a storm. I don't want to get with no woman and have to weather a damn storm. I don't want to weather no storm. I'm trying to get it in and have some kids. They know what they're doing, man. They've been out in these streets. They've been married before, and then they want to trap us and put us in sin. This is why the book of Proverbs, guys, you got to read the book of Proverbs, man. The book of Proverbs warn you about the wicked woman, bro, who lead men like a piece of bread to the slaughter. Don't become that guy, fam.
Or do you think that being in a concubine status holds her guilty forevermore?
You see that? She feel that as men, if we keep a woman as a concubine, it's because we see her as guilty. These women know what they doing, y'all. That's why you can't be too quick to take a woman as a concubine. Even with that, guys, you have to be careful with. Just like how we say, be careful with taking a woman as a wife, you got to be very careful taking a woman as a concubine. I think it's more dangerous taking a woman as a concubine because you got to know her history. You got to know where she came from, guys.
Her past.
Well, we just went to the book of Judges. Ephraim. Was you here for that?
Yeah, thank you. That's good. That's a good comeback. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so, and I think there's other men who, everybody has a past, right? And I think that a lot of men have showed spiritual maturity, and the ones who haven't, that's what our job is as teachers. When we make videos such as this one, and we're putting a message out there, and we're communicating with brothers, we're trying to make sure that they're strong enough to understand a woman's position and how to, delegate their position the right way.
And speaking of position and right way, as men, again, we have to make sure that we holding these women to the fire. Yeah, everybody got a pass. But see, women got body counts. That's a whole different story. That's more than a pass. Women got body counts. Women have previous relationship drama and trauma that they bring to new men. I don't want her to be a part of my team if she been a problem for another team. See, in the NBA, when you got a troubled basketball player and you trade him to another team, you got to be careful with that player, because if he had problems on that team, he might have problems on this team. So you got to always look at a woman's past. This is why I'm always into having conversations with women. They don't like it. Some women don't like it, fam. I like it. I like to talk. That's why I always say, you want to go on a date with a woman, take her to the park. Take her to the park, guys. Have that nice little walk. Go sit down by the grass, by the tree, and just sit there and talk and get it all out of her. You know what I mean? Talk to her. Find out what's going on. Ask the deep personal questions. Get right to the point. How many guys you slept with? Be honest with me. Be upfront. I need to know where you're from. I need to know what's going on with you. I need to know what your trauma is, what kind of issues you got going on, to see if we can possibly work through this mess. Because if not, she's going to be wearing a mask the whole time, because that's normally what people do when they first meet people. I don't do that. I don't sugarcoat. I'm straight to the point. I don't got no time to play. Time is short. But a lot of women love to wear masks. You're listening to their representative before you can actually hear them. Before you can know that woman's real history, she's going to introduce you to her representative. And you're going to be talking to that person. You got to break down the layers of that woman so you can find the truth. You know? Let a woman tell you about her past. Let her tell you about her history. Sometimes, if you're a man of wisdom, the way you talk to a woman can make her cry in front of her, in front of you. You may have just met this woman, but because of the way you're communicating with her, she might end up breaking down and crying in front of you while you're talking to her. That's the power that we have as men of truth. We have the way of touching certain buttons, and we could bring up certain things in a woman's life. And what it shows her is, number one, that you care enough to try to figure out what's going on with her. Because a lot of women carry a lot of trauma. We tend to look at a woman's beauty on the outside, and we just like, man, you look so good, you look so fine. And she's like, all these guys are the same. All these guys are the same. Now listen to what I'm saying, guys, because this will help you out. As men, we tend to just look at a woman and we just see the beauty. We just see the beauty. Wow, you're so beautiful. Wow, you're so fine. But we don't understand that that woman may be in need of the type of communication that she's craving for. You're focused on how beautiful she looked. She knows she looked good. It's very apparent that she's a beautiful lady. The problem, guys, is she's suffering internal trauma. And she's been craving her whole life for a man that would just communicate with her. Commune. Get to know what's going on in her mind. Find out where she's coming from. Find out what she's dealing with. Break those layers so she could be vulnerable again, so she can open up, because she's afraid of being who she is, because she's been hurt so many times. And it seemed like you're showing the same signs of a guy that just want to smash. But when you actually start to talk to her and break down those layers and start opening her up, now she gets more open, she gets more comfortable. Now she's talking to you. She's letting you know her history. She's letting you know her past. She's like, look, I really like you. I really appreciate the fact that you're talking to me like this. I just want to let you know what I'm saying, I came from a lot of bad situations. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just want to be honest. She's being honest with you now, fam, because of the way you communicating. The way you communicating made that woman open up. You're helping her to overcome her demons. You understand? So now she began to tell you, yeah, so I was in this relationship, and ever since I was with this guy, I've never been the same. And I don't want that to really affect, me talking to you. So that's why I'm just letting you know, he used to always scream at me, put hands on me. But now she's opening up. She's telling you her secrets now. So now don't go and try to expose her and put her out there and embarrass her. You don't do that. That's one thing you don't do as a man, the truth. You don't kiss and tell. You don't take a woman's testimony and you go out there and try to air her out. You don't ever do that. Nobody would ever respect you as a man if you did that. So you got to always protect her story and her testimony. Once a woman open up to you like that and she's beginning to tell you all her darkest secrets, that is when you know that that woman let down her guard. So she's very vulnerable at that time. She's trusting you. So if you're a man of truth, you got to know how to use proper methods in the way you communicate in order to keep her willing to share and be open with you. Because once she locks up again, she's never going to open up. She's never going to open up. And there's a lot of women that are listening to me right now. They feel what I'm saying. I can guarantee you. They never had a man that talked to them and really break things down and gave her the opportunity to be herself, to explain where she'd been without feeling like she was going to be condemned and judged and belittled and put down. A lot of times when we talk about body count, women get nervous and they get scared. That's not, you shouldn't be getting scared. You should be concerned with the kind of man that you're engaging with so that you know if he's the right kind of guy to open up to. Because not all men you open up and share your secrets with. You got to talk to a man that you know is a true man of the Most High because he understands. He's not going to use that against you, especially if you were honest. It's one thing to lie, but if you're an honest, upfront woman and you're like, look, I ain't even going to lie to you. Right now, while I'm talking to you, I really feel like I need to just tell you things about myself. I got an OnlyFans right now, and I don't know, that's how I make my money. She's going to tell you this, fam. Some women are going to open up and just come clean and just be like, look, this is what it is, So at that point, you can either continue to talk, break things down and encourage her like, look, you don't have to do that. We could figure out a way to make you make money. You don't got to be doing that, but I appreciate you letting me know. You know what I mean? I mean, just look at you. Why would you put yourself in a position like that? I can understand. You probably fell on hard times. You probably felt this was the only way to go, but there's other ways to get the bag. And then you start to encourage her like, you put this down, we're going to show you how to get this bread. There's other ways you can do things. As a man, you got to show a woman how to use what she got. Because a woman could be beautiful and she could be doing things online that is not putting her out there as a hoe. You get what I'm saying? So you got to have wisdom to tell her, look, you're already beautiful. You're already attractive. Why don't you do this? You could do this online. You could do that. And this can earn you money without you putting yourself out there, selling yourself short. And because you encouraging her and you showing her, now she's learning the game. Now she's building up confidence. Next minute, this woman went and deleted her entire OnlyFans because of you. Because you started to teach her. You started to show her a better way. She never had a man that done that. And that can only be done if you are a man of truth. Because a lot of women out here have these pages where they get money from. When you hear these women boasting about getting the bag, it's not from no 9 to 5. They get in the bag from OF and other things that they do on the low key. So guys, you have to be the type of brother that know how to communicate with women. Stop trying to get her into bed and learn how to communicate, stimulate her mind, educate her mind. If you can't teach a woman nothing, fam, she's not even going to respect you. You got to be able to teach her something because she have experiences with other men and they all been toxic. But when she encounter you and you on point, she's going to always respect you because she's going to be like, man, this guy I met saved my life. I ain't even going to hold you. He saved my life. He showed me a better way. She might have been ratchet. She might have had issues, problems, trauma. But because you were very sensitive to that, not giving her excuses, not pandering towards her, you corrected her. You're reproving her. You'll even rebuke her and tell her her faults and her wrongs. But you must use wisdom when doing that. And by you doing that, you'll win that woman over to the Most High.
And leading them the right way.
Well, I think the conversation is totally relevant, of course. I mean, it's biblical. And I think women, we want to have the ideal of this Western notion that doesn't even work. And it would be important to make sure that we have distinguishing characteristics of the righteousness of being a concubine.
Absolutely.
And not, yeah. So thank you.
I want to absolutely. And thank you for the call. I'm bring on the next guest. Thank you so much. Appreciate
All right. Bye.
it. All right. Yep. Let me see. Ringo says women have a problem with the title concubine, but have no problem with being a girlfriend, side piece, jump off, 304, sneaky link, baby mother. Make it make sense. Real talk.
Yeah.
It's like when you bring the biblical proper terminology, it causes a whole lot of hoopla, a whole lot of issues.
And that's true. They have a problem when you say concubine. And I keep telling these ladies that the term concubine is not a bad word. I don't know why women feel like that's some sort of bad word. The 12 tribes of Israel was produced through polygyny, through 2 wives and 2 concubines. So if Jacob was a righteous man, why is it that women in today's day that claim they in the truth would have a problem with a man having more than 1 wife when men in the Bible had more than 1 wife? It's because they've been indoctrinated by feminism and monogamy. They've been indoctrinated by that mess, which is population control. That's simply the devil trying to stop us men from reproducing. And what's happening is the majority of our women are producing with demons. Just think about this, ladies. All of you women that are single mothers, at the sound of my voice, you got pregnant by a pookie. That's right. The children that you're bringing forth, respectfully, are the children of the devil. Did you hear what I just said? The children that you're bringing forth are not righteous. You're bringing forth the children of the devil. A seed produced after its own kind. If your baby daddy ain't shit, right, and you had a son, your son ain't shit. If you say your baby daddy is blah, 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 and you had 2 daughters, guess what? Your 2 daughters ain't shit. They gonna grow up to be crazy, rebellious, sleeping around, baby mama drama. Same thing. Because you're not bringing forth righteous seed. When you mate with a righteous man, you bring forth righteous children. Why? The bloodline. The way I am, the way I think, that is what flows through my seed. So when a woman brings forth children, she's bringing forth righteous children. She's not bringing forth Pookies and Ray Rays. She's not bringing forth that mess. Because my bloodline is in the seed. But sadly, the majority of women today are not bringing forth godly children. Because they keep sleeping with wicked men. The only time women want a good man is when she's old and washed up.
That's crazy. Let's see. Mercy says,
and I'm not saying that the children cannot get it right. Let me also balance that out. I'm not saying that if you have a child with a Pookie and Ray Ray, that your child is doomed and they're going to hell. Your child is born wicked. Best believe that. But if your child grows up and mature, and then they find the Most High and they learn right from wrong and they choose the right path, they could get it right. So I don't want you to think that, because you had a child with a Pookie, that your child is automatically doomed. You are bringing forth children of darkness, but you can turn from the darkness to the marvelous light. Always remember that. But if nobody's teaching this, if the father's not a godly man, and if you're not in this truth as a woman, your child is doomed. If they don't get influence to turn to the Most High, they're going to fall in the hands of the devil. There's just no other way around it.
I was married, had 1 child with my husband. He divorced me for his parents' requests. So now I should just be a concubine?
Now, that comment right there came from another old woman who is lying, by the way. She says, I was married, had one child with my husband. He divorced me. That's a lie. She's lying. I know she's lying. Men don't file for divorce unless that woman is a pain in the ass. That's the only way. She says, my husband divorced me for his parents' requests. So now I should just be a concubine, knowing that I have never been a whoremonger? Just asking. Now, Breed corrected her on the whoremongering part because women cannot be whoremongers. Only a man can.
Knowing that I've never been a whoremonger. Just asking. Well, ma'am, first of all, you couldn't be a whoremonger because a whoremonger is a man. The word would be you never been a whore. Now, the word of the day is discretion. The word of the day is discretion. I was married, had one child with my husband. He divorced me for his parents' request. So he just divorced you because his parents said, yo, get rid of her, yo. She ain't good.
Right. Even Breed knew what she was doing. She's full of shit. She's lying, y'all. She just don't like the term concubine. She don't like that term. So I should just supposed to be a concubine? Because here's how it is, fam. This is what you have to get from that. If you read to understand, I'm an excellent reader. I know how to read and understand. That's one thing I've always done well in school is reading to understand. She says, now I should just be a concubine, knowing that I have never been a whoremonger? Just asking. So what is she saying? She is implying that being a concubine mean that she's a whore, which mean in the mind of women, when they hear concubine, they hear a whore, a woman that you just use for sex. That's what they believe. Because she says, I've never been a whoremonger, so I don't want to be a whore now. Now, she's using the wrong words because women cannot be whoremongers. Only men can. A man who is a whoremonger is a man that seek out whores. Monger, whoremonger. Like the United States are warmongers. They go around the earth looking for war, bombing everybody, talking about weapons of mass destruction. You know, the typical stuff that the United States do. Warmongers. Right? Let's get back to the tapes.
That just sounds crazy. I mean, literally, like it got to be more to the story. Here's the bottom line. You have a child with another man. Humble yourself and understand that concubine is not an insult, ma'am. It just means that your status will be lesser than a wife because you have another baby. Listen, a man not going to want to come in and take care of somebody else's baby and make her a full-time wife. He may do that on his discretion if she prove herself to be a righteous woman. One thing on the post that a lot of y'all missing is I stated in my post that if a woman exceeds expectations, then she can become a wife. Y'all don't even want to humble yourselves to understand what current situation you're in. You have a child by another man and you're divorced.
And see, this is the problem. Again, ladies, y'all got to understand something. If you're divorced, right, your husband still live, that would make you an adulteress if you get with another man, according to the Bible. So I don't want your ass. I'm just keeping it 1,000. I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm trying to make you a wife or concubine to build family, legacy. I don't want no parts of no adulterous situation. So if you're a woman and you were previously married and you got a divorce, you can keep your ass by your house. Not interested. That's the power of this. That's how serious this is. This is why all you ladies that love sleeping around, playing this little game, trying to be a man, this is why your life is fucked up right now. So don't come to me, because I don't want you. I'm not going to hell for you. I don't want none of them demons around, because this is what's going on. You got a lot of women out here having a bunch of kids by different men, and they want a man to take them in and do all this work for them. We're not doing that. You know? In my opinion, a concubine is a woman in today's day who just want to be by herself, doing her own thing, have her own job, her own career, but she's in need of companionship. She's single. She don't got no man. She's not in the streets. She's not all over the block. So under those circumstances, you can deal with her as a concubine where you are her man. She's your woman, but she's not there to do all that wifely stuff. It's a possibility you can have children with her if she want. But if her career don't permit her to have children, but she still want a man, then she has to be faithful to you. You can't be a concubine to a man and you out here on the job sleeping around with another guy. Can't tolerate that type of stuff. You know? And let me answer this question that somebody put in the live chat. Let me see. We have a question here. EM says, are we as a man supposed to pay all of the bills, all of the concubine's bills? No. No. Because again, we have to look at context and we got to look at what exactly is your relationship with this woman. Number one, if this woman have her own place, she's paying her own bills. It's just that simple. Do you understand that? If a woman have her own place and she's a concubine, she live in her own place, got her own car, doing her own thing, she's paying her own bills. The only women you're responsible for are women that are under your roof. The women that are under your roof. Because again, these women said that they're independent. They don't need a man. They're a boss. They get in the bag. Okay, if they got a bag, they can pay their own bills. Why are you paying it for? Why the fuck am I paying her bills for? And she's working. Why am I paying her bills? Again, ladies, y'all want to be men, remember? You want to be the boss. You want to get the bag. Okay, you're doing what a man is supposed to do. You're providing for yourself. So why am I paying your bills? So let me get this straight. Because I'm fucking you, I got to pay your bills? Isn't it a two-way street? It's a giving and a receiving. Don't forget that. If me and you getting it in, it's a two-way street. Do you understand? It's not like one person is getting and the other person is not. Are you paying my bills? You're not paying my bills, so why am I paying yours? Are all the guys that are dating you paying your bills? No. All you women that are single and dating, the man you messing with, is he paying all your bills? No. So who told you that if you're a concubine that I'm paying your bills? Do you live with me? No. So why am I paying your bills? Why am I paying your bills for? That's crazy. What am I getting in return? Pussy? The fuck out of here. You got to be out of your damn mind. See, this is the problem with these women. They selling their ass. That's what they're doing. Because if you're thinking as a woman, well, I don't want to be no concubine because you got to pay my bills. So what are you selling? What are you selling? You selling vagina? Is that what it is? And you're supposed to be a woman in the truth? Show me in the Bible where a man was paying a woman's bills because she was giving him some vagina. That's not in the book. This is crazy. You know? So the answer is no. No. In today's modern day, women have their own place. Every woman that is in my live chat right now got their own apartment or their own house right now. So why am I paying their bills? For what? Why am I paying a woman's bills? We're not just talking about her mortgage or her rent. Where in the Bible did it tell you to do that? It says if a man take another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall not be diminished. Women are under this misconception that when a man have more than one wife, he got to put them all in separate houses. Separate houses? Are you out of your damn mind? Separate houses. No, that doesn't even make no sense. Did your baby daddy put you in a separate house? I mean, you gave him children and he didn't even put you in a house. But you expect me to do that? You got to be kidding me. I'm not doing that. You got to know your role and your position to understand what we're supposed to do as men versus what we're not supposed to do. If you're under my roof, I'm responsible for you. I'm responsible because I'm paying my own bills. So it's not that I'm paying your bills. If you're in my house and you're living with me, I'm already paying the bills. So it's not a matter of if I'm paying your bills. If you choose to want to be in your own spot, then you paying your bills. You were paying it before, right? You got the money. Remember, you're a boss chick. You get in the bag. You're independent. Okay, cool. Some of you ladies don't want to be around the other women. Some of you women are so selfish, you're like, I don't want to live with you. I want to be in my own house. I don't want to be around the other women. I don't even want to know, but I want you. Okay, cool. You can have that arrangement. That's the preferable arrangement in today's day. You know? So women that are like that, you deal with them as concubines. But they're paying their own bills. I'm not paying no bills. She's not even a wife. She's a concubine. We have a relationship. I'm her man, but she's not in the full capacity of a wife. She's not. She's a career lady. She's a nurse. She's in the hospital all the time. She travels. She's an attorney. She's this. She don't got that kind of time. So we meet up when we meet up. You know? So, hey, I hope that answers the question. Let's get back to the tapes.
Starting off a concubine is not a bad deal. It's better than that, than you in the dating culture and you out here in these streets getting passed around.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I was mainly bringing ladies in to ask questions. Do you have a question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My apologies. I came in a little late.
Okay, no problem.
First, I just wanted to say, like, respect to you. You've helped me a lot, brought me on the path. Mark, the messenger, brought me to you. So all respect. Respect. So my question is, listening to you, I do actually agree. I'm just a little confused with kind of the intricacies of just like how the process would work. Like, would that just be a covenant between you, her, and God? And then would she like be living in your house and you just kind of be like taking care of her? And like, how would that work?
Yeah, your concubine can live with you.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in a modern society where a lot of ladies got their own. They're independent. They got their own homes. They live a certain way. So everything can be after.
Dude asking that question was pissing me off because here's the thing, fam. I'm just being honest. I got to keep it 1,000, man. You guys call in, right? And you ask questions about stuff you should know already. You're a man. You don't know the answer to that, man? Like, come on now. You don't know what the arrangements is? Like, this is elementary stuff, man. Like, I don't get these kind of questions. Like, you're supposed to know this. First of all, it's disrespectful because the show is about women calling in and you're calling in as a man. You know, you're disrupting the show. We want to hear the women call in. You're looking for attention. That's how I see it. When guys do stuff like that, I see it as them looking for attention. They just want to be heard. Some private attention. It's like, let me see if I can contact Pastor so that I can just talk to him for a little bit. But they know the answer. You know? I just didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that he called in asking that question. Like, how do you do this and how do you do that? I said, you don't know what the fuck to do with a woman as a man? This is the problem. Like, guys, when you get with women, what is your purpose? Is your purpose just to fuck? Or is your purpose to reproduce? What's your purpose? When you get with a woman, like, seriously, what is your purpose? Because, like, when I see women, I'm trying to reproduce. I'm interested in reproducing. I'm interested in family development. Teaching this woman. That's what I'm interested in. So, you're supposed to know what to do as a man. It's just like when you're hungry, you know what you want to eat. Right? When you need shoes, you know what you want to wear. So when you get a woman, you know what her position is supposed to be because it's based on your needs. So how you don't know the answer to that question? That's the difference between a man that don't know what the fuck he's doing. And sadly, a lot of you ladies are always getting with men that don't know what they want and what they're doing. We say women don't know what they want, but a lot of guys don't know what they want. Are you trying to get with this sister to fuck? Or are you trying to get with this woman because you're trying to make her your wife, have children, build family? Which one? Because if you're a man and all you want to do is smash, I think you should just tell the sister straight. Holla at her and just tell her, look, this is what I'm trying to do. And let's see if she's interested in the same thing. Because there are women out there that are interested in the same thing. I talk about this a lot of times in my videos. There are women out here, guys, that when you holler and shoot your shot, that sister never wanted a relationship. She just wanted to fuck. I promise you I know what I'm talking about. The minute you start to talk about, baby, you know I'm trying to make you my wife, you know what I'm saying, get to know you, you fucked up already. And again, this is only for the guys that only want to smash. I don't recommend that. I'm a family man. I'm about building. But if all you're interested in is smashing, right? Matter of fact, here, I think I flipped it around the wrong way. If you're the kind of guy that want a relationship and you met up with a woman she was feeling you as soon as you approached her, she's like, wow, I like this guy, boom, boom, boom. She never wanted a relationship from the jump. She just want to sleep with you. But being that you want a relationship, you start shooting your shot with all of that, baby, I'm trying to get to know you, make you my wife one day. You turned her off immediately. Because all she want to do is smash. She saw you, she was turned on, she was attracted to you. It was something about the way you were dressed, the way you were vibed, the cologne you had on. You were lit. But as soon as you start opening your mouth, you turned her off. She wanted to invite you over her house the same day. She was ready to go. You had her, bro. Something about your approach made that woman instantly like you. And then once you started talking that talk about I'm trying to get to know you, make you my wife, have kids, you turned her off. And it's not your fault because you're trying to do the right thing, but you encountered a woman that just want to fuck. There are women out here, guys, that they just want to get it in. And when you try to approach them with that, I'm trying to make you my lady talk, they ghost you, not because you were lame, it's because she thought you were the typical Pookie and Ray Ray type. She thought you were the type of guy that she could get with that would just blow her back out and be that guy that she could just call up. That's what a lot of women are accustomed to. So when she encounter a man that have morals and values, it turns them off. It doesn't mean you're a bad guy. It just means the woman you encountered is a harlot. Do you understand the difference? So it's not to discourage you, to make you think that you're not doing something right. We don't want you to be a whoremonger male. What we're trying to do is make you understand that there are different kinds of women. I encountered women like that, fam. I encountered women that just wanted to talk to me just so I can fuck them. That's it. They don't want no relationship. They don't want no relationship. They don't want to hear nothing about no wife. They don't want to hear nothing about no concubine. They don't want to hear nothing. They just want to know when I'm coming over. That's it. When I'm coming over. You there? You gonna come over? I'm telling you. Y'all be thinking that all women just want relationships. No. There are women out there that just want to hook up. That's it. Just look at what happened with your girl, Messy Red. Getting her back blown out on her Instagram stories. Come on now. This is what they do. That wasn't her husband. So what's going on? All these women be out here doing this dirt, bro. She talking about, oh, I wouldn't do no goofy stuff like that. It was you that posted. That was on your phone. Hold this L. This is what you do. The guy that was with her wasn't her husband. That was just some dude she let come through to blow her back out, guys. This is what they do. I'm trying to give you the game. Y'all don't want to listen to me, man. This is what they do. While you on the phone texting, pouring your life out, sharing your heart, there's another guy that's not doing all of that talking, bro. Because when he met Shorty, as soon as he hollered at her, he was like, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm trying to fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. She's laughing. She's like, what you said? You crazy. And he's like, look, I ain't even, look, what's the word, fam? Like, I ain't even trying to play. Like, you know, you looking mad good. I mean, just look at the way your body look. Like, come on, fam. Like, yo, dude is literally straight to the point. It aroused that sister mind because that's what that was going on in her mind too. She met her match. She met a guy that was straight to the point. Whereas with some of you guys, you don't tell women nothing. You be trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. You know? And that doesn't mean that when you be straight up that she's going to go with the program. But at the same time, when you being that assertive and straightforward, it does something to a woman. Because to be honest with you, the only reason why we stop women and try to holler is because we're attracted to them. So surely you want to fuck, right or wrong. But see, when that comes out your mouth, see, this is why, guys, I'm not telling you to be an asshole when you're around women, but you got to have a level of talking dirty. There got to be something in your talk, bro. Your mouthpiece. Something got to be there, fam. Because when you could talk your talk straight, and that woman can hear your voice, your tone, and the masculine energy when you talk about what you want and what you want to do to her and blah, 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 fam, that stuff hits a different way than when you on this, hello, sister, nice to meet you. My name is such. She don't want to hear none of that shit, bro. She don't want to hear that, bro. She don't want to hear that, bro. Even the women that claim they good girls, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear you talk your talk. And you can't be fake about it either. She could tell if you're real, you know? But that's a whole nother topic. Let's get back to the tape.
You know, applied exactly like it would be biblically. Now, biblically, yeah, any woman you dealing with is under your roof. There's no doubt about that. But we're in a different time period.
Different time, yeah.
You know, you're her head, you're her covering. The same way you treat a wife, you still got love for her. You still are leading her. You still making sure that she changes.
And the only way we could do that as men is if we have control. If I don't have no control over you as a woman, I can't lead you. I can't direct you. I can't protect you. I can't do that if I don't have a control. So all of you ladies that fight against control, talking about, oh, you're controlling. You didn't grow up with no daddy. Because if you had a daddy, he had to have control over you. You understand?
She get with you, she's becoming a better woman. You're giving her insight. You're correcting her.
Mhm.
Doing all the things you would do, but you're doing it part-time. Y'all don't spend as much time. She may have her own place. She may have these crazy work hours.
Yep.
Or you may have a concubine that does live with you. And you still letting her know, listen, you're on a trial period. You right now you're my concubine. You may can be considered a wife, but you're gonna have to prove yourself. You're gonna have to show your loyalty. You're gonna have to do what you need to do.
And a lot of women don't want to show no loyalty. They don't want to go through no trial period because they think because they got a fat ass and a pretty face and wear a bunch of damn lashes that somehow that qualify them to be a wife. No, you got to be on my program as a woman. You got to be on my program.
Because a lot of these women need to be humbled in this day and age.
Yep.
You know, they've been drunk by the feminism movement and they out here and they need to understand their true place. So hopefully that answered your question.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So we got Nikas. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Can't
I just have one question, actually. So
I'll be right back. Hold on a second.
when is it okay for a person to remain single? Or is it okay for a person to remain single?
Yeah, a person can remain single. That's, like I was saying earlier, the word of the day is discretion. Some people don't want to be with nobody. That's
okay. I got it.
But if you want to be single, you shouldn't be having no sex either.
Correct.
This.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
When we hear the word single these days, people use that word all the time, but they sneaking, creeping, linking with any and everybody. But they single.
Right.
So
essentially, if you're living in the word of God and you're single, you should be celibate.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay. Angela, what's going on? What's your question?
Hey there.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah. My question is, just like say since my significant other passed away, I'm finding myself alone when I wasn't planning to be alone. And I have, as it's always been, just men, they're always coming at me, etc. But I really don't want to transgress against God and doing anything that I do. And so I think I kind of understand the concept of being a concubine. I grew up in a household.
Let me rewind that back.
They've been drunk by the feminism movement and they out here and they need to understand their true place. So hopefully that answered your question.
All ages.
Some people don't want to be with nobody. That's
okay.
You still making sure that she changes when she get with you. She's becoming a better woman. You're giving her insight. You're correcting her.
Mm-hmm.
Doing all the things you would do, but you're doing it part-time. Y'all don't spend as much time. She may have her own place. She may have these crazy work hours. Or you may have a concubine that does live with you. And you still letting her know, listen, you're on a trial period. You right now you're my concubine. You may can be considered a wife, but you're gonna have to prove yourself. You're gonna have to show your loyalty. You're gonna have to do what you need to do. Because a lot of these women need to be humbled in this day and age. They've been drunk by the feminism movement and they out here and they need to understand their true place. So hopefully that answered your question.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So we got Nikas. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
I just have one question, actually. So when is it okay for a person to remain single? Or is it okay for a person to remain single?
Yeah, a person can remain single. That's, like I was saying earlier, the word of the day is discretion. Some people don't want to be with nobody. That's okay.
Okay, I got it.
But if you want to be single, you shouldn't be having no sex either.
Correct.
'Cause you know
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
you know when we hear the
Stop asking dumbass questions, man. Before your dumbass get blocked. People always asking, yo, why y'all be asking these stupid questions? Why you ask stupid questions? So Ringo, so you would want your daughters to be a concubine? Would you want this to be that? Do you understand many people's daughters been concubines all throughout the Bible? Do you understand that Jacob had 2 concubines? Do you not realize that those were somebody else's daughters? What's with these dumb questions? You see, when people make questions like that, right? Those are people that are against the Bible. Those are people that are anti-truth. What's the difference between me accepting that my daughter become a concubine or whatever the case is than a wife? Because it's both pretty much the same. Wife, concubine. Y'all acting like a concubine is a fucking hoe. And see, this is how I know that a lot of these people that ask these questions, they're old women. They're old women, guys. Women are out here being 304s, OnlyFans models, jump-offs, side pieces. But people keep asking me stupid questions. Where these people come from? These are demons. And it's always a woman. And she's always old. Never young. It's always a woman that is old. And this is why the younger women have all these problems. Because first of all, you got to understand the women in today that are concubines or could be a concubine versus women that could be wives. If a woman is a young woman and she's in her prime, she's wife material. The only way a woman can end up being a concubine is she's one of you dumbass women that go out there wasting your fucking life away at a 9 to 5, playing like you're a boss chick, wasting your time with Pookie and Ray Ray, getting pregnant out of wedlock, sleeping around. You disqualify yourself from becoming a wife. So at this point, it's up to a man to even have mercy on you, because if to be honest, fam, some of you women don't even deserve to be a concubine. Nobody should deal with you. Everybody should leave you alone because you got problems. Hope that answers your question.
word single these days, people use that word all the time, but they sneaking, creeping, linking with any and everybody.
And that's true. That's true. And a lot of these women that talk all this talk, they got rose toys, they got all these objects in their house, and they got all this mess. And salute to Shoshow in the building, salute to Shoshow. You know what I mean? You have a lot of women out here, they be having all these toys and all this mess in their house, playing with themselves. And I keep telling these women, stop playing with yourself, fam. I tell the guys too, stop beating the drum, stop watching PORN, stop doing all of that stuff, fam. All you're doing is desensitizing yourself from the touch of the opposite sex. That's all you're doing. You're messing yourself up, guys. Every time you beat off to let off a nut, you're just wasting your energy, fam. Get with a real woman. Get with a real woman and let her play with your rod. It's much better, guys. I'm telling you, fam, it is much better when a woman play with your rod. Not you. You don't want, you're cheating the game, bro. You're cheating the game. Just like with you ladies. Stop playing with these toys. Stop playing with these toys. You know? Like I said, the other day, fam, no cap, no lie, fam. Somebody had shipped a package. It came to my door. It wasn't mine. I thought it was mine. I opened up the package real quick because the guy handed it to me. Boom, 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 boom. He left. I went, I threw it on the desk. I'm like, what is this? I don't remember ordering this. So I ripped the box open. Boom, 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 boom. Come to find out, fam, it was a Rose toy charger. I kid you not. I kid you not. That means some woman ordered a Rose charger. Her charger died. I bet she not having fun that night. Her charger died and it came to my door, fam. Ain't that something? Out of all people, fam. As soon as I find it, I'm going to put it on camera and show it to you. Somewhere around, fam. But let's get back to the tape.
But they sing.
Right.
So
So essentially, if you're living in the Word of God and you're single, you should be celibate.
exactly.
Okay.
But we know that woman is not. That woman is not celibate. Listen, guys, anytime you hear women saying they celibate, they lying. How you a woman and you celibate and you got a rose? If you celibate, you're not supposed to be getting orgasms. You know? This is how I know guys, these women are liars, bro. They lie every day. You know? And they can't stomach these kind of conversations, guys. You'll see women start off in my live chat, and then you see them all disappear, bro. Because they know they can't get over when a righteous man is speaking, bro. This is why they get mad at New Breed. This is why they get mad at Mark the Messenger. It's because when brothers are bringing out this truth, these women cannot stomach the information because they living in sin. They wicked, bro. That's why they go to Pookie and Ray Ray, because Pookie and Ray Ray allow her to be a 304, allow her to run her mouth and be disrespectful. She got no correction, no accountability.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Angela, what's going on? What's your question?
Hey there.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, my question is,
Now that woman is old. Again, every woman that is calling in on the show is old. Old, old, old. You're not going to find young sisters camming up that look good, have a nice body, in their prime. You're not going to find that, fam. You're going to find these women that are old that call up because they have ran away from previous relationships, trying their best to find a new man, and they're struggling. And what they do is they hang around channels where men speak truth in hopes to find a religious man to somehow come in and pick up the pieces.
you know, just like say since my significant other passed away, I'm finding myself alone when I wasn't planning to be alone.
She's lying. Nobody passed away. Listen, guys, when I tell you I have the ability from the Most High, I don't know why this is the way it is. I can't explain it. I could just look at a woman and know she's full of shit. I could just look at her and listen to her talk and just know she's lying. I got that ability. And I'm always right. And it's scary because when I say things, it's like I just say it straight. And I'm like, wow, did I just say that? And next minute, it's true. That woman is lying. She's lying. Ain't no man was with her that died and she didn't plan on finding herself being alone. She's lying.
And, I have, as it's always been, just men, they're always coming at me, etc. But
no man is coming at this woman. She's old, guys. No man is trying to look for this woman. She's lying. Men are not pushing up on women like this, guys. You can see the way she's hiding herself.
I really don't want to transgress against God in doing anything that I do.
Lies.
And so I think I kind of understand the concept of being a concubine. I grew up in a household where my grandfather had 2 wives.
Notice how all of these women are saying the same story. All of them grew up in a house where their grandfather or their father or somebody had more than one wife and concubines. They're all lying, guys. They're all saying the same story. That's their way to be manipulative, as if, well, I understand the concept of concubines. I understand the concept of multiple wives because I grew up in a house with all of this. Well, if you grew up in a house with all of this, why you don't have it? They're lying, guys.
They actually live next door to each other, and both of these women raised me. So I'm not, it's kind of unusual, but yeah. I'm 45 years old at this point. My children are all young adults and independent, but I say all that to say this, I in the last year of my life.
She says she's 45. She's not 45. This woman is nowhere 45, fam. I'm 46. How the fuck you 45? I'm 46. That's right. I'm 46 years young. So please explain to me how this woman is 45. She is lying. That woman is old, bro. That woman is literally pushing, she's probably 60 years old, fam. I'm telling you. She's probably 60 years old. What in the world is she talking about 45? Are you out of your mind? If she's 45, bro, something wrong with me. You can look at her forehead and know that that woman is not her age, bro. That age, 45. Wow, yo, this is crazy, fam. Let's go, man.
I'm being approached by different men of kind of all ages, you know, and a lot of them have status.
She says she's being approached by different men, and these men are men of status. This woman is not being approached by no man. She's lying, guys. I'm telling you. No man is approaching her, fam. You could look at her right there. Let me see if I could do this. Let me see if I could do this real quick. Hold on a second. Let me see if I could do this. Maybe this will help. I should have did this from the beginning. But let me see if I could do this. Okay. All right, duplicate. All right, boom. Press this. Boom. 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 Okay, now. There you go. Isn't that much better? That's much better. Right? Now let's play it.
No, most of them are married.
Okay, so what's your question?
My question is that what is the difference between forming a friendship as a single lady with a married man, and then it, you know, has the potential to become physical, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to be deceiving myself, justifying inappropriate behavior, or
she already know the answer to the question. She's just playing dumb, fam.
Or, you know, I don't want to be a stumbling block for anyone.
Notice what she's saying. She don't want to be a stumbling block for anyone. She knows the answer already, guys. I'm telling you, this woman is literally 59, 62 years old. I'm telling you, I promise you, bro, if we could find her ID, her birth papers, I'm telling you guys, this woman is nowhere near 40. She's in her 60s, late 50s, fam. I guarantee you.
And so the concept of being a concubine, you know, in today's society is kind of, it's obscure, to say the least.
It's
you know, it's obscure. You know, people might have a side chick. They might have somebody, they're a mistress, somebody that they, you know.
Now, ladies, remember I taught a long time ago. I told you that you're going to be single for the rest of your life, your rest of your natural life, if you don't get with a quality, righteous man and settle down and be a wife or a concubine. I told you this, right? Okay. What you're seeing with this woman is the results of what's going to happen. This is where you're going to be. You understand? You're going to be alone. You're going to be old. And you're going to be inside that house by yourself with a mouse. And that's about it.
Go in and out of their house or whatever, however they define it. But an actual concubine, you know, is sort of an obscure idea in today's society. So I was just wondering, like, where the boundaries are, you know, like what are the boundaries and the perimeters for that? Like, if you're dealing with married men in today's society, men who actually have wives, you know, and I've had a few men.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you believe that, you know, the culture that we have now is a bit obscure far as dating now?
I haven't dated.
What I mean by that is, you know, just people just sleeping with whoever, running around, you know, one night stands. That seems to be more uncertain than having companionship, than having one person, than having one man that you deal with. It seems more uncertain and obscure to be out here in the dating world. Do you understand? So
Oh yeah.
let me just hone in on this, right? Um, I think that you're asking me a question you know the answer to.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because you know every woman knows.
Yo, no. There is no way that men are approaching this woman. I'm just being honest, man. I'm telling you, fam. This woman here is old, bro. Old news washed up. You know? It is what it is, man. Hey, ladies, I tell y'all, get right with the Most High, get with a righteous man while you can, because you're going to be just like this. When that clock hit, you're going to look back, you're going to be like, damn, I'm old. I mean, look at her neck, bro. You could tell that listen, fam, I told you already, 62, 61, 62. This is what I give her, fam. Nobody can tell me otherwise, fam. 61, 62. I guarantee you. We find her papers. 61, 62. I'm telling you. She's not even in her 50s. 61, 62. Her neck is giving her away. Her forehead by her eyes. You see the wrinkles. You see it all there, all the signs. Everything is there. The glasses. She would not take them glasses off, fam. I'm telling you.
When it's a behavior that's inappropriate, that if a man is operating wickedly or a man is operating righteously. So the question would be, if you have these men that are pursuing you, it has to be somebody that's righteous, right? All of them can't just be guys who are running around cheating on their wives. Some of these men have to be honest, right? Especially
I don't know.
if they have status, and stature.
Right.
If you don't know, you need to find out if they're being honest. If they're making advancements towards you, you need to find out if he's honest with his woman.
I don't know of any women. I don't know of any married women today, personally, that would really be okay with this kind of arrangement. Even like having a concubine. I don't know.
Notice how she's saying. She says she don't think any woman would be comfortable with this arrangement or allow this kind of arrangement, but yet all of these women out here having kids by all these men. Guys, I'm telling you, we are in the darkest time ever in the history of life. They just don't care, bro.
Of any married women that would have been all right with it.
Well,
Now, like, I'm just being honest. So,
well, hey, however women feel, listen. Clearly, we have mixed responses.
I would have wished that New Breed would have just told her right there, like, well, you're just going to be alone for the rest of your natural life. Yo, she would have been pissed if he would have said that, bro.
Read the post that I read earlier. You have some women who were in agreement. So we can't say that all women are against it. You just got to look in the right places, right? You got to look in the right places, because you have women in this comment section. Even there was a lot of women who were angry and upset, but there were also women saying, hey, this kind of makes sense. I get it. So it's all about communication.
right. My situation is, I really wasn't planning on being alone for the rest of my life. But I'm not sure I want to be married. If there was the right man, of course I would want that, but
woman, you are old. What are you doing? This is the delusion. She's old, washed up. Ma'am. See, this is what I'm gonna do, fam. Cause like I said, New Breed's show, when he did this one, it inspired me, fam. I know a lot of y'all been asking me about, yo, you gotta do a call-in show. You gotta do something like that. I'm gonna get into those type of shows soon, fam. I'm going to get into those type of shows soon, where I'm gonna have topics and I'm gonna have women jump on the panel just like this. Because I am going to tell them in their face, you gonna be single for life. Just like that. She just said, I don't know if I want to be a wife, but she disagreed with being a concubine. Why you call? Why you call on the show? And why don't you take off those glasses? You in your own house. It's not sunny. It's not sunny inside the house. What are you doing? She don't want to show you her true age, guys. She don't want to show you.
Well, you'll be do the best you can. If your husband passed away, you will be considered a widow.
That woman never had no husband, fam. I'm telling you, she never had no husband. Nobody passed away. She just wasted her life away. About she's 45. That woman is not 45, bro. That woman is not 45. She know good and well, fam. That woman is 61, 62, bro. Facts.
You can remain single, or you can, find companionship.
Only companionship she gonna have is with a rose. That's about it. Nothing else. And I'm pretty sure she got one already.
It's up to you. The word of the day is discretion. So I can't give you the exact path of how you're gonna find this person, but
she ain't never finding nobody, Breed. She ain't finding nobody, bruh.
It just kind of is what it is.
Right. Well, thank you, New Breed. I appreciate you. It's very intelligent, enlightening conversation always.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right. Sahara Bloodline, what's your question?
You there, New Breed?
Yep, what's your question?
So I am a wife,
So I said
and
85?
my husband is looking to find concubine.
What?
Okay.
My question is,
I think you lost connection. I can't hear you. Your mic faded.
should I screen these women before we invite them into our home, into our bedroom?
What you talking about, Willis?
What?
She just dropped out.
Yo.
I didn't knock her out. She just dropped out.
Yo, this woman just said, do I need to screen the women before we bring them into our bed? Do you see how delusional? Hey, these women believe that polygyny is about having orgies, guys. You know what I'm saying? You said, King Connect said she's 85. Whoa. Dang, bro. Hey, I know she's in her 60s, fam. Nobody could tell. Listen, fam, I know women when I see women, bro. I'm an expert on women. I could just look at the way they look and I could just know their age. They can't hide it from me, bro. I've been right all these years. Every time I see a lady, I'm like, oh, you're about 27? How you knew? How you knew? How you knew? Then you have some other women, clearly, she's an older woman, right? She'd be like, oh, I'm 42. I'd be like, you mean 52? 52, 53. Be honest with me. Okay, you right. I'm 53. It is what it is, man. I forgot what I was going to say, but hey, we'll get back to it. Let's go.
I'm looking at the comment section now. This is gold. I see the ladies off break like,
oh,
yes, big time.
That's what I was talking about. Okay. She talked about should she screen the woman before she bring them in her bed? Women are under the misconception of thinking that polygyny is about orgies and having threesomes. That's not what polygyny is about, ladies. Do you understand? Polygyny is not about me bringing concubines and wives and we're all in the bed having like a salad fest. No, that's not what it's about. You have to respect the time you have with your women. It's a one-on-one thing. If you're with wife number one, you're with her alone. You don't have your other wife or concubine uncovered in the same bed, because now that would introduce lesbianism. Now, ladies, on YouTube right now and on social media, we have this thing, and Sherelle's in the building. Sherelle is in the building. Make sure y'all say hello to Sherelle in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Right? So, you got some women that are on social media in something called poly relationships. Poly relationships. Poly relationships consist of lesbians that are with a man. Typically, the man is a practicing homosexual. He's possibly gay, or he can be bisexual. But typically on YouTube, you'll hear this term called poly. Oh, I'm in a poly relationship. If you hear that, ladies, run. That's not polygyny. That's not polygyny. Do you understand? Poly relationships is typically a perverted relationship of two women that have sexual relations with each other. And they're with a guy that tolerate and support homosexuality. Do you understand? So don't get it confused when you see poly relationships and you see some weirdo stuff and you be like, oh, see, that's that stuff that Ringo promotes. No, that's not what I promote. I don't promote lesbianism. I don't promote threesomes. I don't promote orgies. Right? So if you see my poly relationship, if you just type on YouTube poly relationships, every last one of those relationships, you're dealing with lesbianism, homosexuality, perversion. That's not polygyny. Do you understand? Poly relationships is not polygyny. It's a perverted form of what you would call polygamy. It's perverted. A man that is righteous would not have his two wives kissing on each other. This ain't no nature boy stuff. Nature boy is a practicing homosexual. That guy was responsible for making his alleged wives sleep with each other, kiss each other. We did videos about this stuff on YouTube before where he had his wives kissing on each other and sleeping with one another. There has been also information where it is said that Nature Boy was sleeping with the men that were in his camp. Do you understand me? So we're talking about a very sick lifestyle. I don't want people confusing that with polygyny.
This is interesting right here. If you make it back in the room, make your way back on. I'm going to answer the question. Some people saying, great question. Some people saying, absolutely, there's a given. All right, so my answer is this. Where's your husband? I'm going to answer this with a question. Because that's a conversation that you should be having with your husband.
That's true. It's disrespectful for her to come on YouTube and asking other people about who she should screen before they come in her bed. And why is it that she's so quick to bring a woman in her bed? Like, it's like, what kind of relationship she's into? She thinks that polygyny involves threesomes. And ain't no telling how many times she actually did this. These are the things you got to think about.
You should be asking your husband about how y'all going to set up having a concubine added to the family.
Damn, I've been on for 2 hours and 48 minutes. Dang, bro. I'm nowhere done with this video reaction, bro. Like, literally, it's not even at the half of the video. I might have to do a part 2, bro, because I got to get me something to eat. For real, fam. I think I'm going to have to do a part 2.
Secondly, at what capacity are y'all operating? Hoping ain't no freak stuff going on. Ain't no threesome stuff going on. Ain't no confusion and ain't no filthiness. Because that's not what polygyny is about.
You're right.
What's your question?
Yeah, my question is, you said in the live stream that you have to crawl before you walk and that the goal of a concubine is to become a wife. And you said you could show scriptures proving that. So that's what I want to see. That's my question.
You want scriptures saying what now? Say that again. Repeat that.
You said that you go from you have to crawl before you walk. You have to be a concubine before you become a wife. And you said it was biblical.
You could hear the attitude in her voice already.
So I would like to see the scriptures of that because you blocked me in the chat.
Uh-oh, that means she got blocked in the chat, so she's come back with a combative, argumentative attitude. She really don't want no scripture, guys. She just want to argue.
After that.
I didn't block you. Maybe one of my moderators did. What's the word of the day, chat? One moment before I answer the question. What is the word of the day?
Discretion.
The word of the day is discretion. And men control who they take as a wife and who they take as a concubine, right? So it's up to that man to say, you know what? This woman right here is operating and she's exceeded expectations. She's not just a concubine. I'm going to take her as a wife. And that's up to the man. See, one thing, a woman can sleep with who she want to sleep with. She can get with who she want to get with, but she can't control how a man views her.
Right. She don't control access to marriage. She only control access to sex. That's pretty much all women control. You know, a man can't force himself on a woman. You know? But watch what New Breed does next. He gonna zap her with a question that's gonna burn her up. Watch this, fam. This is really good.
That's up to the man to decide if this is a wife or a concubine. So in the scriptures, when men went and took women as concubines, they've made that decision. They approached them as such. All the scriptures that we go to where it talks about a man took a woman as a concubine, that was his decision. That I'm gonna make her a concubine. Now, some of these women was called concubines in certain verses, and then in other verses they're called wives. The term was interchangeable. It's simple as this. They were his women. So sometimes we get hung up on titles. We get hung up on words.
Now think about it. He just explained everything. It's crystal clear. Right there, she should have been like, okay, appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks for answering. But no. She's stuck on the title.
They were his women. Now, status, culturally, the status would be a concubine if she's operating as a part-time wife. But then you have brothers that say, you know what, I'm gonna make her full-time. I'm wifing her up. I love this woman. I need her here all the time. She holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a man's discretion.
And that's true because sometimes it's like New Breed said earlier in his stream that sometimes a concubine will make you, it's like you, when you're around your concubine, she does something totally different. And it just makes your day because it's not that you don't appreciate your wife. This is where a lot of women misunderstand. Every woman brings something different to a man. As a woman, you cannot do everything. Another woman might bring something totally different that man need that you can't bring. And even if you try to copy what that woman do, it's still not going to be good enough because it's not for you. Just like you might be doing things for your husband that no other woman would be able to do. You know, there's certain things that as a wife, you might be able to do for your man that no other woman can do. You're the best at it. Well, at the same time, a man might have a concubine and she's a good listener. It doesn't mean that as a wife, you don't listen, but the concubine, the way she listens to this man, she sits there and she holds his hand and she's listening. Totally different from with you. It doesn't mean that you're not a good woman. We're not trying to get into competitive jealousy. This is his other woman. Respect that. You understand? That woman make him feel very, very good because of what she brings him. That adds value into his life. And that's what he appreciates about her. And so it's like what Breed is saying is like having that woman, she's more than just a concubine. So under those circumstances, he might upgrade her to wife status because she's showing him and meeting those needs that another concubine is not even able to do. Like, Dak, I really need this woman. This woman is doing her job, fam. I got a lot of love for this sister, bro. And he'll do anything for her because of what she's doing for him. Relationships is supposed to be a giving and receiving. It can't be a one-way street, you know?
So sometimes we looking for certain scriptures to say that. It's not, listen, discretion is needed. But I understand that we got a lot of people who are very religious and
Now check out the devil, guys. check out the devil's comment, bro. He can have his concubines as long as I can have my sugar daddy. Do you see what we got to deal with? This is what's going on, fam. This is what's going on. And you know, don't do anything to her. Just let her rock. As long as there's no disrespect. You know what I mean? Just let them rock out and do what they do. If they show disrespect, then you pack them up. But I want to have the conversation. She says, he can have his concubines as long as I can have my sugar daddy. Guys, this is where we are in today's day when it comes to women. This is why you have to deal with them as concubines, because they're not wife material. We're seeing by the comment. That's what you're going to get. They only see you brothers for money. Sugar daddy. She get that from, what's that, Miss Sprinkle? Sprinkle. That woman crazy, bro. That woman is literally, she's literally leading all these women to hell, bro. Shout out to Miss Sprinkle. Shoo, I might do a damn show and tell her hit the link. Let her come on their air. I would love to have that conversation with Miss Sprinkle because she claims she's supposed to be married, but she teaching all of these women to be gold diggers and go after the bag and get man's money. I'm like, what kind of madness hustle you running? She's supposed to be married to some old man. Like, how do y'all even get it in? This doesn't even make no sense, fam, but that's another topic for another day.
Of the Bible over here. This is a Bible-based channel. But we got to understand that we're living here in modern time. We have to be of earthly good and use our discretion, use our minds, you know? So that's the way I'm going to answer that question. Hopefully. And do you have, Carrie, do you have children?
You still haven't answered the question that I asked you first, and now you're asking me one. I wanted to see the scriptures because you said something about crawling.
Yep, I surely answered the question. Good night. See how I did that? That was quick and easy.
Yo, did you see that, guys? Did you see what just happened right there? All he asked her is, so do you got kids? She got upset, guys. You know why? Because she have kids. She have kids, guys. She have kids, but she's trying to locate scripture that deals with concubines and this and that when she got a whole damn tribe. Not in a position to negotiate with men, fam. Like, seriously. These women be bugging out, fam. Soon as he asked her that question, she just bounced. I mean, he kicked her out right away because her tongue was tied up. She couldn't answer. Let me play that back, because you got to hear the tone in her voice. This is how I know she had kids. She definitely had kids.
I understand that we got a lot of people who are very religious, and we love the Bible over here. This is a Bible-based channel. But we got to understand that we're living here in modern time. We have to be of earthly good and use our discretion, use our minds, you know? So that's the way I'm going to answer that question. Hopefully. And do you have, Carrie, do you have children?
Do you have children? Yo, when you ask a woman like that, do you have children? That burns, man, because she knows she do. Because typically when women don't have children, they be like, no, I'm single. I don't got no kids. I can do bad all by myself. But she pretty much is like, well, you know, she got upset real quick, fam. You know? Let me see what's going on. Let me see. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Because I'm going to do a part 2 to this, fam. Like I said, I'm going to just let it play a little bit, and I'm going to do a part 2. Because I got over 36 more minutes to go through. I gotta get me something to eat. I can't believe it, fam. I literally been on, 3 hours, bro. I've been on for 3 hours. I can't believe it. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. 3 hours? Them 3 hours flew by, fam. Imagine being on a 9 to 5 listening to this show, fam. Literally, your 3 hours on your job just went by. That fast, it felt like I just started the stream and it's already 3 hours in. That's crazy, bro.
You still haven't answered the question that I asked you first, and now you're asking me one. I wanted to see the scriptures because you said something about crawling.
Yep, I surely answered the question. Good night.
He answered the question already. He made it make sense. She's not paying attention, bro. But the beautiful thing about it was he hit her with, do you have kids? That right there messed her day up. Because she knows she got kids. But she here trying to be Miss Smarty Pants.
I did that. That was quick and easy.
Quick and easy, bro. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. So, anybody else that have any questions, come on. All right.
Let me see who's next coming in. I'm going to leave it right here. Let me screenshot this because, like I said, I'm doing a part 2. I'm going to do a part 2. So I'm going to go grab me something to eat, and then I'm coming back on, right? And make sure y'all go subscribe to New Breed's channel. You know what I mean? Make sure you subscribe to him. Make sure you subscribe to Mark the Messenger. You know what I mean? These are brothers in the truth, putting in work for the Most High. So you know that when you go to their platform, you're going to get the truth. You're going to get the word. You ain't going to get no BS. You're going to get what the Bible says. They talk about different topics, different stories, different breakdowns. They talk about all those different things. You know what I mean? So make sure you go over there and show them some love over there. You know what I mean? But we're going to be back with a part 2. It gets really interesting too, fam. Like, we got about 36 more minutes to review. Let me just shout out these Cash Apps real quick, and then we're going to do what we got to do. So hope everybody enjoyed the stream. Like I said, we're coming back with a part 2. I'm going to go get me something to eat, and I'm coming right back. Right back on. Right? Let me see what's going on. Okay. Did I shout out Quentin? I don't know if I shout out Quentin. I shouted out Rollo. Shout out to Quentin for the $20 support. I think that was for yesterday. Shout out to Quentin for the $20 support. Shout out to Rollo for the $3.06. $3.06. Salute to Rollo. Katina for the 15. Katina for the 15. Shout out to Marquez. Marquez for the $40 support. Marquez for the $40 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show, fam. Marquez for the $40 support. Let me see. Tanea for the $10. $10 support. Tanea. I hope I pronounce it right. Tanea or Tanea for the $10 support. Right? Okay, we got, let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce your name properly, but is that Thierry? I'm not sure if it's Thierry. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name properly, but I appreciate you for the $20 support. That's Thierry. I'm thinking it's Thierry. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but appreciate you for the $20 support. All right. Shout out to Mikey J for the $5 support. Mikey J for the $5 support. Marcus for the $5 support. Appreciate you, fam. And shout out to Keneal for the $20 support. Keneal for the $20 support. Right? So again, guys, make sure y'all show New Breed Global Truth y'all support, you know what I mean, with a subscribe, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We're going to be back right after I get something to eat. I'm coming back with a part 2. So if you enjoyed this stream, we're going to be back with part 2. Like, I still got about 36 minutes to cover, and I just can't do it right now. I got to get some food. I can't believe I've been on for 3 hours, fam. This is crazy. Normally, I like to be on for 1 hour and then shut it down. But that's how you know the stream is good. You know what I mean? So, hey, again, peace and blessings to everybody. We're going to get up on out of here. I am hungry. Again, shout out to New Breed Global Truth. You know what I'm saying? That was a classic stream, brother. I ain't going to hold you. That was a classic stream. That stream was classic because it revealed a lot. It revealed a lot. And I hope that the sisters can take heed to the information, and the brothers too. I hope that you all learn something from this. You know, ladies, you want to get right with the Most High, get with a quality man, become a wife or a concubine. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You got to get right, or else you're going to be alone forever. Is that where you want to be? All you other sisters that you see the righteous brothers, but you're not trying to get with them for whatever reason because you're waiting for some monogamous relationship, is never going to happen. I told you already, you're going to have a relationship with a toy for the rest of your life. You don't want to do that. So we're going to get up on out of here. We'll be back later on. Shout out to King Breed. Shout out to New Breed for the $75 support. Salute for sponsoring the show. All right. So, hey, we're going to get on out of here. Part 2 will be up later on. I don't want to give no time because, like I said, I got to go get something to eat. And when I eat my food, I like to enjoy my food. I don't like to rush anything, fam. Just like when you're with a woman, you're not supposed to rush anything. You know? I don't know how that came off, but hey, you're not supposed to rush anything, bro. Right?
That's right, Ringo. You're not supposed to rush anything. Definitely. You know? So take your time and eat that dinner, Ringo. You're not supposed to rush anything.
What you talking about, Willis?
Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions, the best reactionary channel on YouTube, hands down. You already done know what it is. Ringo TV Reactions. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Show Shao, Sherelle, V Dubman, you know what I'm saying? Sean the Navigator, Rebel for Almighty, you know what I mean? Appreciate everybody, you know what I mean? Rocking with the platform. Did I leave anybody out? Any other moderator? Hold on. Did I leave anybody else out? Hope I ain't leave nobody else out. I'm trying to announce everybody's name. But I think there's one more, if I'm not correct. Look, we got Sherelle, we got Show Shao, we got V Dub Man, we got Sean the Navigator, we got Rebel for Almighty, and we got Tracy. Shout out to Tracy. Tracy, shout out to her too. There you go. I got everybody. All right. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a great one. We out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.